And man, I gotta tell y'all some shit, bro. And tell me why I'm just leaving the Walmart right now. And I just crashed out, bro. Crashed out, bro. Just because, man, people always trying you when you a Pisces, bro. You can't do nothing. You go places, people just wanna fight with you, argue with you, not help you. Like, what's the point of working at Walmart if you just simply not gonna help somebody, bro? I'm sitting there telling the man about the damn windshield wipers because it's raining, and as you guys can see, windshield wipers I don't my shit don't work, bro. Like, look, when I do this shit scratching and everything, bro, I need new wipers, bro. Now I do get it. I can't fucking. There's so many different wipers. Like, you gotta get the right kind. You know, they got all these different kinds of attachments and shit, J hooks and all this bullshit, bro. And I go into Walmart. I'm just simply just trying to get some help, bro. I'm like, yo, which one is the J hook? And I already knew the sizes I need for the driver's side and the different one for the passenger side. So, man, I go to the damn section. Ain't nobody over there, bro. I'm like, okay, this has got to be some crazy shit. Normally when you go to Walmart, let's say you're not really trying to buy nothing, you just window shopping. Why is it that, somebody quick to just come and say, hey, you need some help with something, but then when you go into Walmart actually, trying to buy something, then it's like you don't get no help. So I crashed out, bro. And it got ugly because, like, when you in a situation like this, man, and you need help, bro, it's like, how do you get somebody attention to help you, right? So, man, I go into Walmart, and that's, dude, both of the dudes is like, one dude called for help, allegedly. It looked like he called for help, at least. Nobody came. Okay, so I'm sitting there like, do any of y'all drive? Obviously not. So here, I'm like, well, damn, can I get some damn help with this shit, bro? It's like calling the damn manager like he's busy type shit. Like, okay, so y'all mean to tell me y'all can't possibly help me? Just say you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, in other words, instead of just leaving me there. So then a female comes in the section, starts to talk to the dude. They all hugging, doing lovey-dovey shit, and they're right in front of me, bro, like as if I'm not standing there as a customer. I'm like, bro, you got time to hug her and, lollygag with her and shit, but damn, I can't get no help, fam. Like, what you working here for? I'm like, bro, I said, you don't need to be working here. I said, because if you just here and you talking to females, you ain't even trying to go find nobody, get some help for me. Like, okay. So then, like, I got frustrated because the dude, I asked him to hold an item for me because, the item, mind you, is like $500. I said, yo, can you hold this? Can you hold this item? Let me look at it. Let me see if this is the type of item I can use for my computer. The man holding the item like he think I'm finna steal the shit, bro. This is the third time this shit done happened to me, bro. Like, I can't hold the item. So you finna just freaking hold the item close to you and I can't even see what I'm buying? He like, nah, boss, you could just pay for it. Why the fuck I'm gonna pay for something and I don't even know what I'm buying, bro? Make it make sense. So I'm like literally looking at dude. I put the wipers down because that was pretty much, okay, I ain't finna get no help for the wipers. Fuck it. So I slammed them shits down on the table like, bro, next I'm looking at, yeah, definitely Rose Gold. Welcome. It's like, it's like I'm just asking for basic info. I'm asking for basic help, bro. This ain't nothing rocket science that I'm asking for regarding the Walmart store. So I said, okay. I'm like, man, I'm getting ready to leave, but something was like, something was in me like, nah, bro, crash out on this shit, bro, because, dog, they keep playing with you every time you come up. So they keep thinking I'm either going to take some shit or they thinking that I ain't got no money or something. So I'm like, okay. I go back there. I'm like, you know what? I'm finna fuck this nigga up, bro. I go back there. I said, bro, what's the issue, bro? You got an issue with me or something? He looking at me like, bro, you tweaking. I said, no, I ain't tweaking. I said, what's up, man? Let's run the fade. Let's run the fade right now. I pressed him and shit. Like, let's fight then, nigga. You don't want to help me. You laughing in my face like it's a fucking joke. Like, oh, not helping me is funny to you. You got time to talk to this little female. I'm like, bro, what's up, bro? You want to fight? He ain't want to fight. I'm like, bro, he told me, oh, look at you. You ain't got nothing to lose. Bro, I swear to you, I pulled out my pepper spray, bro. I was finna pepper spray the fuck out that little dude, bro, and I sprayed it too. The funny thing is, I sprayed it, but I was like, you know what? I was hesitating because I'm like, bro, do you want to go to jail today? I'm like, nah, bro, because I can't, I'm like, I ain't even finna chance it, bro. But then I was like, fuck that shit, man. Spray that motherfucker with that shit, bro. And I'm like, literally, the craziest shit, as soon as I was about to spray his ass, bro, why he went and grabbed somebody, like, to talk to me about the item, like, why he can't let me hold it. Oh, sir, we can't let you hold the item because we have, people that tend to, walk off while we're helping someone else, and this is a $500 item. Then I'm like, well, damn, if it's like that's where y'all got folks walking out the shit, damn, you might as well have a security guard escort the damn item out of the fucking damn, out of the damn the lock cabinet. To me, damn, a person can't hold the item and can't look at it, fam. So y'all would rather have somebody bring some shit back. I get it. You want somebody to buy some shit that, oh, this is the wrong item because I didn't get to look at it. Oh, so I'm going to just go home, find out it don't work, it ain't for my shit, and then bring it back to the store. To me, that's stupid. So I'm just sitting there like, okay. So I crashed out, dog. Then I ended up, grabbing somebody's water, and then I went to I set it like a little trap. So I put a whole bunch of water all through on the floor. I started where they have to go in and out, the little entrance thing. I just started taking the bottle of water. Since y'all ain't finna help me, then I'm finna make a fucking mess. I'm just finna start spilling water and putting water. So I put water all over the fucking front of the thing where they got to go in and out. Just like, okay. And I even told the dude after I spilled it, put the water everywhere. I said, yo, this look like somebody spilled some water in the back. Just to test to see, is y'all really trying to really fuck with me with the whole, it won't even let me hold the item. Is this what it really about? Because the dude went on his break. So the first dude that helped me, the bald head ass, fat ass dude sat up there and was like, oh, he puppy guarding the item, and I was buying a thing for my iPad. So I'm like, a little holder. I said, yo, hold this up here while I go get these wipers. So boom. Every time I came back to the counter to ask about the wipers, now this was a different dude. Like, they got dumb, man. I ain't coming back up here no more. This is my last time coming up here, bro. I swear to God, bro. Because, and I mean that, it's because the first dude didn't know nothing about nothing, the wipers. Tomorrow I work in electronics, but it's just like they always got a bunch of dumb motherfuckers working, bro. At all these electronic and all these places, don't nobody know shit of what they're selling, bro. To me, they're just there. See, they're just there, a pair of arms to work, whatever. But I'm like, bro, what's so, like me, if I work in electronics, I'm only gonna work in that area if I'm knowledgeable about what they're selling, fam. I'm not gonna work somewhere somebody asks me a question I can't even answer them, bro, or simply help them. See? So my thing was that, yeah, I get it, crazy. Yeah, they minimum wages, they get what they get paid, but it's like, bro, it's the way people say stuff that show like, damn, you can't even give me the decency of being, professional somewhat. So I gotta be, talking your language just because that's how you coming at me. So, I started realizing like, man, this ain't even working, bro. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't go to what I know best, since, you realize that, hey, maybe this is the language, or this is the way this person will respond to as far as me needing some help. Because I'm looking at everybody shopping at this store. I'm like, everybody tend to be all, and just acting a fool and just doing shit, fam. So I come in there talking with some, talking straight, just, nothing major, just like, yo, I need some help. And he is like, dude, just brush me off like I just wasn't even standing there. So I'm like, okay, like now y'all finna piss me off, bro. And I literally told him he went to go get the dude to tell me about, oh, I can't hold the item. Since when? Why can't I hold the item? So I said, okay, let me go. I went, took a cart. I put my little wipers in there. I grabbed like just random ass items. I put them in the cart. So I said, okay, now I'm finna be an ass. I'm finna take the cart. I'm finna just start asking them just weird questions like, yo, what's this for? What's this for? What this do? What this do? Just to see if y'all really don't know shit about the wipers, let me go grab some different items and see if y'all even know what the fuck this is. I go over there, no help at all, bro. Next thing you know, I ended up blocking off the way that they gotta go in and out. I spilled the water. I put the cart right there behind them to block their little way from getting in and out, just to fuck with them. Cause I'm like, bro, y'all ain't helping me. Y'all just standing around talking. So I'm like, okay, I put the cart right there. The dude like, okay, you ready? This is how he came at me. He said, like he got fed up or something, frustrated. He like, hey man, is you ready to check out or what? I was like, bro, who you talking to? I said, bro, don't even come at me like that, bro. I said, I'll beat your motherfucking ass, bro. Don't come at me telling me if I'm ready to check out because you getting impatient. Talking about some old because I'm finna go put it back in the damn the little locked cabinet. I'm like, I'm done, man. Y'all can have all this locked up shit, all this fucking, this shit is weird, bro. You know what's crazy? I drove way out to a Walmart that's way out in the boonies, bro. Funny thing is, I'm talking about in like the rich area, the rich people area. I drove out there. I went to their Walmart, bro. I kid you not, ain't shit locked up. Everything out in the open. Everything on the shelf for like the normal fucking store is supposed to operate, where the shit's on the shelf. You can actually see it, touch it, read it, and it's like everybody just literally working like usual, folding clothes like it's supposed to be. So now you come down here, oh, why? Okay, I understand people taking stuff and whoop-de-woo, and y'all probably have a high theft rate, but dog, what that got to do with letting somebody see the item, bro? I don't get it. You just so quick to check somebody out and that's it. It's like, bro, can I see the item, bro? I don't understand. And I told him, that's just like you going to buy something, a record. One of the old records that you got to put them in one of them little music little things with the little album. I said, what if you don't know if that shit is compatible with something you got at the house? I said, damn, you just gonna hold it. You ready to check out? Bro, can I see the item, bro? I pour water on the floor because, bro, to me, it's annoying. That right there will leave me from doing something stupid, even more stupid, to where I'm pouring water just to see, is you gonna try to clean it up? To me, it's little ways you could test to see if somebody just trying to collect a check. They just there. They don't got no knowledge of nothing that they selling. They just gonna sit there and milk the clock until it's time to go home. See? So to me, it's annoying to see that and realize that, okay, well, this is the ordeal. To me, it's like it's dumb. So like I say, yes, I pour water. Man, fuck you, Cray. Get the fuck off my channel. Don't be coming in here talking shit, talking about some, oh, you can't expect great service. You awful. You awful. What? You ain't even got no photo. Come on, man. Make it make sense. Don't come in here talking that shit, fam. You like to say, put your ass in time out. You know what I'm saying? Shit, don't be coming here playing with me, bro. People be getting beside themselves. Like some of y'all, bro. Like I say, somebody came in my comment and, somebody came in the comments. That's why I stopped responding to most of the comments, because I feel like people play too much. People come in here saying weird shit, talking about some, oh, your cover arts are extreme. Like, bro, come on, bro. I ain't gonna stop making my cover arts. I don't want my cover art thumbnails looking like regular ass thumbnails. You gotta understand, bro. Art is art, bro. And then they telling me, oh, you ain't making your own thumbnails. Okay, so how the fuck am I? They talking about some somebody came in the comments and said, oh, your content is seem AI generated. How the fuck is my content AI generated? I've been making my own thumbnails forever, bro. The craziest thing, like, see, for those of you, I'm gonna tell you who taught me how to what to use. I use one software, and I've been using the same software, and the software don't give you no pre-installed nothing. You could use stickers, and that's it, but it don't give you no type of pre-made nothing, fam. And the only little software I use is PixArt. Everybody use PixArt. You can make flyers, all type of graphical situation. You could sell photos, sell artwork, and different images or whatever. So I use PixArt. I only use CapCut and PixArt, bro. Them the only two softwares I use is CapCut and PixArt, bro. I don't do nothing AI, fam. So whoever came in here to me, oh yeah, your content doesn't sound doesn't find they said that your said it doesn't sound original. I said, bro, you know how long I didn't even respond to it. I just blocked them from my channel, but to just to clear it up, bro, you know how. That's why I said you got to know what you're talking about, fam. Because like I've been doing this for so long, bro. I've been doing this what 5 years? Come on, bro. I ain't. I just be thinking to myself like, bro, people just say dumb shit just because they don't fuck with the content. That's cool. You don't have to fuck. You don't have to watch. I ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop. And only reason like if my thumbnails do look extreme or exaggerated, that's because of the whole message behind the freaking the whole video in itself, the content. It's like people can look at something. I try to reveal as much within the thumbnail of what I'm gonna be talking about, and it's intense. So, like I say, I can have the rise of Scorpio on the ascendant. So with me, it's like everything I do is intense. If I make something, it's intense. From images to whatever it may be. Before, I say this, before, when I used to do my thumbnail, which I will show. Matter of fact, let me pull it up on my phone. For those of you that don't know, because I could prove it to you. So let me go to my, for instance, okay, so if you see right here, okay, matter of fact, I'm going to just show y'all. So on my phone, this is what oh wait, let me look at it once and see. Okay, so this right here, I just use CapCut, boom. So I got CapCut right there. And then the craziest thing is when this is this phone right here is a S26 Ultra, bro. So on this phone, I could do plenty shit with this type of phone, bro. Like I could take a picture of myself and I'll show you. Let's say I take a photo of myself right now. So I'll be like, okay, boom. And I record with an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now look, let's say I take a photo of myself, right? I'm gonna put the phone in the photo. Boom. Okay, now watch this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to create image. I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm gonna go to create image like this. Boom. Create. Now in here, I could just say remove the iPhone. And this is all just creativity, bro. This is all about just changing things. Look, remove the iPhone. You can see that. And I could say, and remove the hat. Remove the hat and add a do-rag. And add a black do-rag. Okay. Now watch this. This is all built in within the damn phone, bro. This ain't no special ass shit, bro. This just editing, and it's at its quickest way, bro. Now watch this. That's all it is. Look. Now you see, it took off the freaking it took the iPhone out the picture, and I said take off the hat, and I said put a do-rag on, and it put a do-rag on. Boom. That's it, bro. Ain't nothing fancy dancy on my shit, bro. I use the basics to make my stuff. I take a photo, boom. All it is manipulating photos. You grab, let's say you take a picture of yourself, boom. Okay, put my photo in the left corner, boom, or whatever. If I have glasses, I don't want the glasses. If my beard is all like roughy, I'll just say, hey, keep my beard, clean. Whoop de woo. I tell it what to do, and just do it, and then it's over with. I'm doing all this. Ain't no fucking AI generated nothing, fam. Everything is me telling my phone to take away this stuff. Simple as possible. Simple. Just say, okay, remove this, take this. Okay, I don't want no earrings. Hey, clean up my face if it's looking rough. Put it in the left or the right side of the photo. Hey, add something to the topic of which I'm discussing. Add, little symbols or whatever. And I can make the symbol myself on Pixar. I'm gonna show you. I know y'all. Some of y'all might say you ain't gotta prove it, but bro, some people just be talking too much shit, bro. It gets annoying, bro. They just say dumbass shit like, oh, you using AI to do, man, I don't use no fucking AI. What is you talking about, bro? Let me sign in real quick, cause this is a new phone. I ain't really been doing a whole lot. Let me see here. X this. Boom. Skippity doop. Okay. So boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Let me grab a blank. Okay, let me grab a background. So look, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. So boom, you grab this Pixar app. Okay, all I do, for instance, you go to a color, you pick a color of a background you want to use for the thumbnail. Boom, right? Now I'm not gonna upgrade it because I say boom. So this is considered like a dark background. Now what I do is you could add, let's say you want to add a sticker. Boom. They got different stickers you can add to it. So it's like, let's say, so I really use my other phone, but this is just an example. So let's say I want to use this image. Boom. First off, before I even get to that image, I would have to make it into a thumbnail size, which is 1024 by 576 pixels. Okay, so let's say I was to use this little symbol right here. You could put wherever you want. Boom. This is just a rough draft, y'all. Boom. Let's say I wanted to make the effects. I want to put it in HDR. So there's different ways you can design how you want to use the HDR. Boom. Okay, you can put blur. You can add blur to it. All these different special effects, colors. You could custom make the whole thing. Okay. Once you have decided what you want to use, you press the little check mark. Boom. Now let's say I wanted to add, let me see. Okay, I forgot to click the X. Okay, so let's say I wanted to, you could retouch, you can remove the background, you could cut it out, like make a circle, different things you can add text, different colors, fully customize the whole thing, bro. You could like even if you pay for like the little, I think it's like $5.99, $10.99, you can get extra features. So here you could let's say I wanted to add another sticker. Let's say, like for instance, if I wanted to do this, boom, I could add different things. Hold on, that was an ad. Wait, let me see. Let's say, yeah, that was an ad. Okay, so for instance, okay, so let's say I go back, boom. Let me find what I was just looking for. So yeah, you could add your own photos into the equation as well. It was something else that now it does have this little symbol down here. Now this says AI on this little symbol. Let's see what that's about. Okay, so if you wanted to add something to this, you could. It's just, like I say, if you wanted to add sunglasses, you wanted to add something, but it's not in the AI it's not in the AI generated like what that person was referring to. They were more talking about, oh, like you just doing something that's like cheating or something that's making you get over to make something that you ain't really having to work for. That's the way that they was trying to make it seem like. So I'm like, no, hell no. I've been using this. Shout out to Big Drippy. Big Drippy, he the one that even put me on Real Talk 5 years ago. He's the one that even told me about uh how to make your own thumbnails. Because I ain't gonna lie, back in the day, I was ass at thumbnails, bro. Because it's like when I would take a thumbnail, you're supposed to use your pictures in your thumbnails. You're not supposed to reaction to what you're talking about in your. So that was the reason why. Um, and he put me up on that, man. That Pixar, bro, that changed the game right there. And I'll show y'all some of my old, for those that been with me the day ones. Like I say, how I have all my original thumbnails from the past, but what I did was, because I wanted to make my thumbnails, like transform them into a better version, because I felt like they looked a little dry to me. I wanted to change them, just, kind of uh, beef them up a little bit, because to me it just seemed like they were. I just wanted to, like, I'm gonna show you the difference real quick. Let me go to my Google Photos real quick. And with me, a lot of the money that's what I'm saying, I really don't make a whole lot of money off having this channel. This channel is for something that I'm just passionate about. And like I say, the money that I do make from the channel, I reinvest it, put it back into different, cameras, space, because I do have multiple channels. This ain't my only channel. I have a couple of faceless channels, and those faceless channels are more like for, to help people sleep. It's like, I make like, I take footage of, like, the nature, fireplaces, the rain, or, when it thunder. I do videos that, they pretty much like longer footage videos. So it's like, it could be a photo, a video that's like 5 hours and nothing just but rain, rain, thunderstorms, the things that make people go to sleep. So to me, that's my other channels, is like faceless channels. So that's what I do aside from this. Now is because I tend to make people go to sleep. So it's like I always be feeling like uh I know exactly what to do to help somebody sleep. So it's like a healing thing. But yeah, I'll show y'all this Google photo thing. I appreciate that, King JP. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, because of collections. Okay. Now this is let me just walk through to some of these. Okay, let me see. So I'm gonna just show y'all. So this is like my old, this is how my old thumbnails were. So it's like, boom, like that was like one that I made. That was a long time ago. So you can see it's not, it's like that. Yeah. That's one. Let me see. I have to take the phone away because, just in case I got some naked photos or something that I can't let y'all see. But I need to organize and put them in the right spot so they ain't got to do that. So you can see the, they're kind of cheesy, but it is what it is, bro. You got to start somewhere. This is like my old thumbnails. So to me, you can see how they used to look. And it's just regular, plain Jane. This one, Speak the Truth. And like, I pre-make my thumbnails so that way, see, people don't know this, is like when you first do a YouTube video, you should always do your thumbnail first. So it's kind of like something that magically happens, that it's like when you do your thumbnail first, you pretty much got an idea what you're going to talk about. It kind of helps you, formulate your YouTube video. But if you do, let's say you do the video first and then you make the thumbnail, it don't come out right. To me, it doesn't, because it's like, if you make it ahead of time, it's all, and it's one of them things that take a little time. So it's like, it might take you altogether about, 30 minutes. Now, I will say it could be less. It depends on how much, it depends how long you want to do your video for. And shout out to Draws, spelled Ost. He like an older man, and he tells you like how to, you know, why you should do intros. But if you do an intro, make sure you keep it at like 5 seconds to like 8 seconds while when you video edit and CapCut, because like because you know, everybody has a short attention span. You know, most people can't sit there and listen to the intro, and you know, some people click off, and it's like you got to factor in that when you making your intro, keep it very short and just simple, boom, you know. But I try to be versatile as much as I can without it affecting the quality of my video. Now, I'm sure I have a lot to work on regarding, you know, what could be better. It's just that I don't have the funds to, you know, afford those type of things that make those videos pop, like, you know, that you may see other YouTubers have. And a lot of the stuff, how they get their videos like that, it costs a lot of money. So it's like, you might look at a person that, like me, I'm using a phone camera to do my videos. That's all I can afford. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had to use an iPhone. And that was what was told to me when I first started. Man, just get you an iPhone, bro. Don't why this dude randomly walked up? I'm gonna move, bro. These people, I had to move because I got into it with dude up in there. I ain't trying to, you know, they all be knowing each other. I ain't finna be like trying to get spotted. Yeah, I seen that dude that you got into it with that was sitting in the hey, that was sitting in his car, bro. He ain't even leave yet. You know, like, I ain't got time, bro. That bullshit, bro. Now, at least it stopped raining. But put my seatbelt on. And yeah, I'm driving safe, don't worry. I head over to this grocery store because I had to do these orders. But yeah, y'all, the thing is, I feel like with YouTube, bro, it ain't easy, bro. And you know, a lot of people think this shit is easy, bro. It's easy to make video, because anybody can make a YouTube video, bro. Now, the problem is, that's why I say you gotta be passionate. You have to like doing this without even, like, aside from the money, bro, you have to enjoy doing videos, bro. You gotta enjoy talking. You have to enjoy speaking, talking about, you know, anything that come to you, explaining it. But I think people overthink it. And I will tell you, like, you know, aside from crashing out at Walmart, because we already pretty much covered most of that, but we could, you know, discuss further about, you know, it, not just Walmart. But anyway, when it comes to you doing a YouTube video, bro, it's like, you can't give up, bro. Because it's like one of them situations that's like, I remember when I first started doing YouTube, it was plenty times I almost just said, you know, why am I, you know, I would ask myself, why am I doing this, bro? But then that's when I began to realize, like, man, you gotta like doing it, bro, because it's almost like you, at any moment, you would just be like, you know what? Like, I remember way back, I was like 17, 16 years old, bro. I started up a YouTube channel. I didn't know what I was doing. And then I just started, I went into a back room, put the camera on, and then one of my friends, he was like, what you doing, bro? I said, man, I'm doing a YouTube video. And he started laughing. He was like, all I did, I heard you in the room talking to yourself. I said, I wasn't talking to myself. I was recording myself. But it was like, back then we had like those kind of like cheap cameras, cheap phones. It just wasn't good quality whatsoever. You'll get lucky if you had like a certain type of phone that had, you know, took great videos. Now, moving along, when I first started doing YouTube, it's like, you might have okay, let's say you got 1 or 2 viewers, okay? One or two viewers, then, or 1 or 2 subscribers, and then it's like, that will literally hype you up, because you're gonna be like, okay, well, at least somebody, you know, somebody effing with the content. And it's like, you gotta keep going, bro. So as you start cooking up the videos, you got to stay consistent. You got to do 1, 2, every other day, or hey, do a short, maybe do like 2 shorts and then 1 video. And it's like, at first start off your video, to do, just to test the algorithm, maybe do 1 video, 8 minutes, and see, okay, if you get a pretty good traction on it, where you get views on it, more than what I say 100 views, then double down on that particular video and do more of those. It's like, that's how you gotta use it as a strategy, because it's like, you gotta make, I ain't even gonna say you gotta make good quality videos, because you don't. Anything can go viral. It's just like, it depends if people hype the video, like the video, but it's like, you can't just make a video and say, oh, this is my, like, I've made videos where I thought like this was a good video and it only got like 50 views. It's like, so you can't make something for yourself and think that it's great. You got to look at, okay, I'm gonna make this and see if other people would like the video, not just me. So it's like, you can't even make 1 video you think is so good that you don't make anymore. You gotta just keep making them, and then it's like your best video, you just gotta forget about it. Like, okay, well, it was a good video, now what? Make another video. Then you think to yourself, now what? Make another video, now what? So it's like, as you keep making them, you just gotta keep dropping videos. So this becomes a machine of like, you putting through like a they call it a factory, and you just got to keep on making more and more and more and more, and you can't stop. So it's like, you also got to, whatever's working for you, got to keep using it until it don't, bro. It's like, that's why I said, like, I had to redo all my videos, bro, because I didn't have no script. I didn't have no freaking notes. So I would just be like, using the knowledge that I had, but I felt like I was all over the place and just like not really focused, that I'll forget shit, and then when I would do my edits, it's like I had to just remove a bunch of filler that I wasn't really talking about nothing. It's just like little stuff like that. You just got to clean up your video and make it sound like a real video, not like you just on there yapping. Now, I would only yap on the live like now, because this me engaging with y'all like on a one-to-one with each of y'all. So it's like a virtual chat to me. So ain't no perfect way to do a live. I'm sure people have different methods, and that's another thing. Don't think that your method won't work just because your stuff ain't looking like somebody else's, footage wise, quality wise. Yes, you should want to have a good quality video, but man, listen, bro, unless you already popular, known, you don't even gotta worry about that right now, bro. It's like, that's why I said, you can really overthink this to where you think everything gotta be perfect, everything gotta have this, everything. Bro, I'm gonna tell you a funny story. In college, bro, I picked up music, what's it called? Damn, I forgot. It was music something. Next thing you know, I'm in the music, taking music classes, whoop-de-whoop. And then I remember, bro, I went, got my books. I bought all this expensive stuff, MacBook, all kind of just Logic Pro and all these fancy dancy, softwares, whoop-de-whoop. Next thing you know, students coming in with just basic laptops with like, Fruity Loops and just, FL Studio, just like different, just cheaper stuff. And they actually making like good songs. And I'm sitting there looking like, I'm just a beginner. I went out here and spent all this money on all this expensive shit and like could barely make a beat, bro. And that taught me something, like, bro, it ain't about what type of shit you using, bro. Hell, you could do a YouTube video using a damn Google Pixel, and you can make it work if you know how to edit good. So, to me, it's just like, until you get like you know, till you go viral or something big happens, I wouldn't even change up the footage unless you can absolutely afford it. But only if your content is good, bro, or that. Because I ain't gonna lie, what's the point of having good quality of air? You know, you got the best equipment, but if your content is not some you know, if it's not something that someone would click on and watch for more than 5 minutes, it ain't worth it, bro. It ain't even gonna make a difference. So it's like, as long as you know, you stick to the, you know, what they call it, as long as you stick to the norm, you know, 4K, you know, 4K 30 for, you know, and then if it's a whole lot of, you know, moving around, if you're gonna be moving around other than just sitting, then use 4K 60. So it's like, you know, to me, even that's a learning curve. So it's like, you can't even, like me, that's why I said everything means something. It's so difficult and so frustrating to like know that you have to learn every single thing. Meaning, to get good at it, you have to start to read up on it, study it, research it, and say, damn, you know, I know what 4K 30 is, but what does it mean? See what I'm saying? So when you filming, you like, okay, what am I looking for? Why does it have to be 4K and not 1080p? And what's the difference? And it's like, you got to understand it, because, bro, it's not even, put it to you like this. Like, some people can look at something, they see a TV. For instance, let's say you play video games and you like, okay, you go to the store and you say, okay, I want to get a 4K TV. But then it's like, some people think that they would get a better picture because, you know, of quality of the screen when they play the game and watch movies. They say, okay, I'm gonna go to Walmart and get a TV. I done seen so many people do this. Well, it's like, they'll go get a 4K TV, but it's 60 hertz. And then it's like, to me, that ain't even, you know, that's not the best. Or we know, at least we know that's not the best you can get. But most people just go get a standard 4K TV, and then they're happy with the quality, but it's not the best. And then they'll say that it's the best. Like, oh, I got the best one. Okay, what's the hertz? Oh, yeah, 60 hertz. And it's like, that's not the best one, bro. Well, I don't care, you know, it was $100. Hey, you know, this is the one I'm rocking with. Okay, cool. So it's like, I understand not a lot of people care, but it's just good to know what the difference is, if that makes sense. So like me, I tend to go, I like things to be 120 hertz. But that's just like our phones. Our phones are usually 120 hertz, and 60 hertz is just like super slow, and you can see the little lines and things. If you have that type of issue with your eyes, then you will see the difference. Okay, so now I say all this to say is that it's not all about subscribers. It's not all about views. It's all about dedication, bro, consistency. And you had to, like I say, if you had to ride a bike every day to make it, you know, make things work, you would have to ride that bike every day, bro. Even if you fall off, even I'm gonna tell you what the hardest thing was. I'll say this: the hardest thing when I first started YouTube, I would tell you, and I still got a lot to work on. I'm not saying that like, oh, I didn't figure it out now. No, because it's still a lot of learning that I gotta do. You can never learn enough about anything. So when I first started, bro, the hardest thing for me was like doing a video and nobody was watching, bro. Like, I'm talking about nobody. It'll be like zero. So it's like, you go live, you literally talking to yourself for hours. But I had to like just ignore that, bro. Like, okay, you gotta have the faith that somebody will watch. Like, no matter what you do, you gotta just keep doing it. Even if you got one viewer, bro, even if you got one viewer, that's enough hope. That's enough to be excited about, because it's like, you still can get watch time off of that one viewer. So this is how it works. You got to get 4,000 watch hours, bro. And this is easy to do. I'm gonna tell you how to do it. What you don't, now, some people, they do it with the shorts, you know, and that's a lot of goddamn shorts to release to get up to 10 million.
10 million views, whoo, that's a lot. Because they, you know, it's short form content. So that means like for each minute, that's a slower way to, you know, get to that 4,000 watch hours. So you gotta, I think it's, you gotta have to get monetized like 500 subs or 1,000 subs, I think, or both. And then you have to have the 4,000 watch hours. Now, here's the thing: to do the 4,000 watch hours, you could do it in 1 week. You can do it in 30 days. It's all about how you know, how hard you want to go and lock in. So to me, let's say what I recommend, if you try, if this information is something that y'all want to check into, just go live, bro. Go live at least like I would go live every day, bro. Go live every day. Try to do hour. Start off, maybe you just start in 20 minutes and just keep doing every day. Just keep going live. The watch hours will add up, bro. And then like, boom. So let's say you had one viewer that watched the whole time. Boom. You'll get that time. But let's say you had 20 viewers, then it's per 20. So let's say they watched all the way, you know, the whole live for 1 hour. Now you do the math. That was 20 times, you know, the hour situation. So it's like you get that type of minutes towards your 4,000 watch hours. Now, I done seen people give up, bro, because 4,000 watch hours per video, if you're only doing like 8-minute videos, say 10-minute videos, that means you probably got to do a lot to get to that 4,000. But it's like, when you make the video and it don't really get no views, some people get upset, or they be, you know, they crash out. They be ready to quit, give up, because they like, damn, you know, I ain't really get what I thought I was gonna get on that one. But that's why, like, the good news is this. So let's say you let's say you had one good video. Let's say you had one video, boom. And then that video, you can make, just saying, once you monetize, and say you get a lot of views, or, you know, whoopie-woo, on that one video, let's say you made $300 on one video. Okay, boom. That was just one video. So you got 1,000 some videos, you getting $300. You made $300 on this video. You made $7 on this video. You made 5, 6, 7. Boom. Do the math. So you could make, you know, with your AdSense. That's just AdSense. So you get more with you would get more with the AdSense, but it's like you gotta have something else that you offer, that you bring with it. So it's like you might want to sell a product. You know, maybe sell, they got all different types of things you could sell. In other words, you want to turn into a business, so that way you can make money. See, because you can't just depend. It depends on what you want to get out of this, if that makes sense. And like, to me, I always tell people that things take time, bro. Not saying you got to wait around, but you just want to take your time, because you still got to find out what works. So we say, I mean, bro, Jay boy, what are you doing though, bro? I just feel like, I mean, what are you doing? You saying that a person talking, you got to talk, bro. What you going to do? Get on here and not say nothing? Just look in the camera and just, you know, not say a goddamn thing. You know, if you start a channel, you got to do the same thing. I'm telling you. You going to have to sit in the camera and talk. That's just what you got to do. But it's like, that's why I said, what will keep you going is you got to want to do this, bro. You got to be built for this. It ain't no, that's why I said it's not easy. It's not like, because who going to sit here and just talk? Like you said, if they're talking for nothing, a whole lot of nothing, then to me, that's good to talk a whole lot of nothing. Now, it doesn't, I'm not saying that you should be trying to get on here and just say any old goddamn thing. No. What I'm saying, if you don't, put it to you like this, if you're not a talker, this ain't for you, bro. Now, unless you do one of them type of, because it was a content creator that would get on all his videos and not say nothing. And he went viral. See? So that's why I say ain't no such thing as a bad this, a bad that, or hey, that won't work, or this won't work. You could do anything, whether a hobby or not, bro. And anything can go viral, bro. You could go viral just by eating a spider or something. Just something weird, crazy, and that shit can blow up, bro. It's just little stuff that, you know, you will have to be willy-nilly to do, but it is not like a guarantee, but it's like you could just do anything and it can literally draw viewers and draw an audience, bro. That's why I said, if somebody made a YouTube video and all they did was catch spiders, bro, and just like, oh, look what I'm finna do. I'm gonna go catch a spider, make a home for it, do this, do that, bro. That could literally blow up, bro. It ain't no wrong, no rights, bro. It's just, you gotta just do it. But to me, it's like you gotta have thick skin as well. Meaning, you know, as you get on your lives, you check your comments. Not everybody gonna like you. Not everybody gonna F with your content. That's cool. Because the thing is, you're not here to be liked, bro. You just making the content for the people. If they take it, they take it. They don't, they don't, bro. But that's why I say you gotta like doing what you're doing. No matter what you're doing in life, you gotta make sure you're doing it for you, bro. Or, you know, make sure you're doing it because you want to, not because, oh, you need the money, oh, you know, you're trying to be famous, or you're trying to be liked, or you're doing it, yeah, validation or not. It's like, just keep going. But it's like, with me, it's not so much, I would say there's different areas where I'm not as good as I would like to be. And that is shorts, okay? Now, shorts is better for me to, you know, bring up different videos that I find relatable to my topics. So I'm like, oh, you know, hey, boom. Oh, this is a good video that would fit perfect for this. I at least have to see that it's really relatable in order to use the video. So, you know, I'll do that, but I don't necessarily like do shorts myself because it's too short for me. So it's like, you just 30 seconds, what you really gonna do in 30 seconds? Like, I remember back in the day when Vine was out, when it first came out, everybody was doing like just 20-second, you know, quick funny clips. And then Vine like blew up. So a lot of people that got in when Vine, you know, they was on Vine, those are a lot of the people that became popular and blew up on TikTok before TikTok even came out. It was Vine. So it's like, you could really see the influencers, you know, going, you know, blowing up. Or it's just like, I say that with emphasis because, like, it's easy for somebody to give up, bro. Like, it's easy for somebody to give up no matter what you do in life, bro. Because you might want something so bad, but you ain't willing to wait for it, bro. It's like, but that's why I say, like, you got to work with what you got, bro. Like, I could be, like me, I could be vlogging, I could be doing stuff, but it's like, you got to make sure you want to do it before you even start, bro. And you got to have a plan. You got to have a strategy, bro. Like me, for example, I basically, you know, I multi-app for work. So with like I say, I have all my apps, all my phones going. So when I work, I'm doing like 3 different things at one time. I'm doing Uber Eats, Grubhub, Lyft, Uber. So I'm multi-apping. So here, only reason I'm not multi-apping right now is because I'm on the live. Okay, when I get off the live, I'm gonna go to work. So I say that to say, just like the grind will be with that, you gotta have the same grind when you're doing YouTube, bro. You can't, even if you think the video is ass, bro, still drop that shit, bro. That's just like if you made a song on BandLab, bro, you put it out, you could tell 10 people that, and 10 people hear the song, they like, oh, this shit ass, bro. Man, still drop that shit, bro. You make a video and it sound all, you just sound like, dog shit, drop it, bro. Because guess what? Somebody gonna like the shit. You gotta have that type of mindset. Like, oh, even if 20 people hate the video, there's still 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 to 60 to 100, 1,000, 2,000 that's gonna like it. So it's like you gotta you can't limit yourself to be saying, operate in doubt, because the doubt ain't gonna cut it, bro. Or excuses. Is just do the content, release it, and then just watch the fruits from the label. I mean, I said fruits from the labor manifest. So another thing is don't try to use don't try to use no type of what they call those things, like the boosting of boosting services. Like, don't even mess with them, bro. They gonna mess your channel up, bro. Like, I'm talking about when folks be paying to get live views and shit. Don't do that. What else is the thing? Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember before I started YouTube, my family was doing YouTube, and I was like, yo, I said, yo, can I, me and you, cause he had experience. I said, yo, can me and you should start a YouTube, and, hey, can I help you? And we like started YouTube together. Now this family I'm talking with. And then this is the craziest shit hurt. I ain't gonna lie, this shit hurt, because I'm like, damn, I'm really like stoked and like really excited. Like, yo, let's do a YouTube. Let me get on your YouTube and let's do one together. And he told me, nah. I said, what? I said, for real? He's like, nah, bro, I'm good, bro. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna start my own, bro. I started my own, and then I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I felt terrible, bro, because I'm like, dog really said no. Like, I'm just like he ain't even see no type of, like, what they call it. Like, he ain't see me being of value to whatever he had going on. So I'm like, cool. Then I started my own channel, and like, I think I asked him for like a shout out, or here, 1 or 2 shout outs. Like, yo, I even sent them a super chat. I'm like, boom, support. Even after he rejected, I said, cool. Gave him a little super chat on, dab him up still. Didn't hate him or nothing like that. I was just disappointed as far as the whole, like, damn, you didn't even see what type of video, what I could come up with. You didn't even give it a try, bro. You just said, nah, I'm good. I'm like, okay, cool. But then it's like, once I started doing my videos, I was doing random videos because I ain't had no niche. I'm just like, okay, I was doing shaving cream, shaving my little beard, just doing random shit, because I'm like, what the hell am I finna do? And I started doing foodie videos, eating shit, cooking shit, just trying to, like, see what works, see what sticks. Throwing shit up and seeing if it stick, basically, is what I was doing. And bro, I just took a little break, it was like about 2 months. I ain't do no YouTube uploading, because at that moment I felt like giving up, bro, because I was like, damn, I'm not even excited to do these videos, bro. It started feeling like a chore. I'm like, bro. Then I'm like, okay, 2 months now, I'm at the job. And then I'm like, okay, I'm still in deep thought, like trying to figure it out. And then my brother, bro, we sitting there talking. My brother keep talking to me about zodiac signs. He like, yeah, bro. He like, yo, I went and got a reading. He like, yo, I found out why my shit transiting and the moon doing this, and he talking to me in that astrological language, and I'm just looking at him like, why is he always talking to me about signs, bro? Like, why is he always, and we sitting right in front of a fireplace in my living room talking about this shit. Cause he all, he'll come over, play the game, play 2K. And he like, yeah, man, I paid this dude, he paid this dude $150 for a reading. He's like, yo, it made sense now. Like, he a Aries. He like, oh, I knew it. He like, that's why I don't get along with Capricorn. Like, cause this and this, and I got this at 23 degrees, and I'm already knowing that, he a little bit more grounded in structure, but he always asking for proof about everything. I'm listening to him talk to me about this, and I'm like, wait a minute. He talking to me, I'm looking into the fireplace, and it's a fake one, it's not the real one. I'm just staring, I'm like, and it clicked in my head, like, bro, do Zodiac content, bro. Because in my mind, it's like my brother keep coming to me, everybody, bro. Man, you know what? Yeah, man, you one of them funny ass Pisces and wrote the woo, and I'm like, why is everybody coming to me talking about signs, bro? It's like the answer of what you should be doing right in front of you, bro. It's like right here. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing my channel about? So, man, I was like, man, I was embarrassed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed to talk about signs because it's like funny. It's like, it kind of get that little occult type of vibe to it. I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta do it. This is gonna feel weird as shit to be doing, talking about signs. And then, man, I felt this, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I have felt that plutonic energy, bro, that was like, you gotta let that shit out, bro. Like, you sitting on all kinds of like sauce that people need to hear, fam, that can really help them out. Like, don't be selfish with the knowledge, bro. And I'm like, you know what? I just felt a rush to like just unleash like everything I'm sitting on, bro. And literally, when I did my first video, that shit went pre-viral, bro. Like, my first video did 100K, bro, and it did 100K like in what, just like 2 months. But here's the funny part. I'm sitting there and I'm like, bro, I deleted it. All my videos that went viral, I deleted them. In my mind, I said, I'm gonna redo them. So I'm like, okay, boom. I redid the video. And then I said, all right, if you could do it once, you could do it twice, bro. And I literally just, it's a waiting game. I'm like, okay, just redo every video you ever made, make it better, make it more educational, make it more, make it more of like a class teaching type of thing instead of you just, going from the freestyle off the top of the dome. So I'm like, even though off the top of the dome, everybody was saying it was accurate as fuck, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That was me. And, he spoke what I'm going through. But I'm like, bro, to me, it felt like I was talking in a brain fog. Like, I felt like I don't even know how and why I'm saying it in this type of truth that's resonating with everybody. It was like something that I wasn't comfortable doing without me having, like, without me explaining it further, if that makes sense. Like, because I was like, as I'm saying it, all this is sounding foreign to me, where it's like, I'm feeling like, I'm feeling like Thor. I'm feeling like Loki and Thor, like, but I'm not. It's like, damn, did I say it with much more depth, or am I? It sounded, as I'm replaying the video, sound like I'm tweaking. It sound like I'm high. It sound like I'm playing. So I'm like, man, no, bro. I want to sound a certain way. So, boom, I just went like that. But me and my brother in the living room, I'm telling him like, yo, I got an idea. He like, what's up? I said, bro, I'm gonna do my YouTube channel about signs. He like, you should. But then he like, are you sure you can do it? I said, hell yeah, I know a lot about signs. Woo-de-woo. But here's what I told my brother. I said, I'm gonna do it in my own way. So that's why somebody told me in the comments, they said, the same person that was trying to accuse me of using AI or some shit, they like, oh, they was like, damn, what did they say? They said something like, let me try to think what they said because I almost forgot. They was just like, damn, it'll come back to me. I didn't forgot. But yeah, it was just to me, it just, like I said, it'll come back to me. But yeah, I just like, yeah, my brother, like, yeah, you'll be able to, yeah, you sure? And I'm like, yeah, this is me. I know I got it, and I know what to do. So I said it was in my own way. So I'm like, the thing is, now I remember what I was gonna say. The person talking about some you need to, said it was a bunch of brain rot of information talking about you you ain't even sticking to the astrological code of like the basic way of how it is, like saying that I'm going off into like other shit that's not the way the astrologers do it. I said that's where you failed. You mistake me for. I never said I was an astrologer. See, that's the whole thing why I tell people, and I put the disclaimer before I even do. I used to put it all out there all the time that, hey, I just want to put a disclaimer out. I'm not an astrologer. So I've always said that. Now I got to start saying it again because people don't know why I do it the way I do it my way. Okay. And the reason is I had a compliment from a few subscribers that, in the group chats and on Facebook, they always tell me, oh, I like the way you explain it because it's more down to earth and it's easily broken down so I can understand it. That's my point exactly why I do it my way. Because if I was to talk in them terms of like saying stuff that nobody understands, I don't want to be in the same boat as them. See, I don't want to be in a situation where, you're just like this person, or because this is a thing. I'm gonna tell you the future of this astrological formulation with these astrologers is the fact that this has become a oversaturated a oversaturated niche. Okay, meaning nowadays everybody and their mama think they can get on here and talk about signs. You can see it yourself. You can see it for yourself. And it's crazy because a lot of people think, they even if they know, even if they know how to use tarot cards and those different things aside from it. But if you gonna keep it to the original, from, let's say you're gonna keep it original, then why do people go veer off into those things? Unless you're doing a reading or something. But it's like, I do it my way because this is the way that makes the most sense to me. See, it's like, I don't know if you ever been taught something and every teacher teaches you something different in their own way. It's still math. So it's like, if you have a math teacher and they teach it different, they just teach it in their own way because they know the students understand it. So it's like, if you saying it all complicated and using the big terms and the words and verbiage, it's like, bro, not everybody understands that way, bro. See, we're not all just scholars and just looking at the whole, you being this, Harvard graduate of a student to know all these huge terms and shit. Like, bro, no one's going to understand that, bro. So I just basically use the whole situation and have made it universal, bro. So everybody can understand it, bro. At least most people. So it's like, I know even some people don't like the way I explain it because it sounds like, who is this black guy, doing, talking about these zodiac signs? Like, who the hell does he think he is? Like, and that's already one thing held against you, is because, you a black man doing this, versus, if I had been some type of dude with a forecast of, having some type of teaching tool and pointing towards the forecast. Oh yeah, this is moving and orbiting in this direction, so this means this. Like, you can't even always trust. You can't even trust that all the time, because that, just because it look good, fancy, doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean people will understand it. That makes sense. But everybody got their own opinion. See, But that's why I don't force people to subscribe. I do not force people to subscribe, bro, because of that reason. It's like, yeah, I would still say it, hey, subscribe, but it's like, I've learned that, bro, I cannot make somebody subscribe, bro. I can't make you like the content. I can't make you, you know what I'm saying, certain things. And that's why I disagree with the whole trying to force people to do stuff. That's just like with a super chat. Yeah, I would greatly appreciate the super chats, but it's like, that's something that you gotta want to do. It's like, I can't say anything that's gonna make you, and the whole thing,
and ask people to do that is,
if you want to do something, you like I said, if you want to be a part of support, you know, yeah, I would greatly appreciate it. But I've learned that you can't go and just be asking and just saying, putting, you know, stuff out, because people can feel if you just trying to do it for money or trying to get some, you know, if you trying to hustle people, that ain't gonna work, bro. So I've learned that, just why I say I focus on the content, because when you just doing something for money, people could tell, bro, because that's all you gonna be talking about is the money. It's like, people gonna already know that this is why you're doing it. But if you focus on the content, the people that want to sub, they're gonna sub, and then, hey, some ain't gonna sub. Now, if I looked at the situation, yes, I would like people to sub, and it's like, you know, subscribe and smash the like button. It's like, to me, even though that's free to do, it's still a choice. It's still a choice that somebody else has to make at the end of the day. So, you know, it's one of them things. But that's why I changed up the way that I do my like, from the way I used to do my lives, was I used to, you know, it used to look way different than this, because I used to use a different software called StreamYard and Streamlabs. So like, to me, that's a paid for software. We usually charge you like $40 a month to use, but I felt like it was a great feature because it gave people like the floor. But it's like, I had to take it away because I feel like, you know, it goes off into that whole thing, is that people don't understand, like, some people ain't even gonna read y'all comments. Some people ain't even gonna, you know, read what you wrote, say what you wrote. They ain't gonna do it for free, you know. And I don't do everything for free. I just try to be like reasonable and fair about it, because I know, even if I feel like I'm getting over on somebody, I'm not gonna do it, bro, because I feel like I have to sleep at night, and I don't want nothing on my conscience to be like, damn, you know, you ripped this person off. Like me, I'm still trying to decide what I'm gonna do as far as like where I take this channel to, as far as the level, and like, okay, well, I am gonna have to you know, I'm gonna implement, because my actual, with my transformative healing that I offer, so it's like, with my services and whatnot, I'm gonna convert and merge into Discord, but that's gonna be a paid for feature, but that's like a perk. So to me, in there is that people could just ask me questions and, you know, talk more about stuff more in depth. Here is limited because, you know, the policies on this platform, it's a lot of rules. You can't say certain stuff, you know. Is all kind of ways that you could say something and get flagged down for it, because let's say you say something and it goes against the terms of policies for, you know, the platform, you can't do that. So it's like, if I get on Discord, anything goes, anything flies. You could say stuff, you could, you know, cuss as much as you want, say whatever. You could give somebody the raw, like the super raw, authentic form of whatever you're trying to say. So and so can the other person. So it's just like, I feel like that's a better Discord is a better place for that, because it's more of a, you just feel more comfortable. It's not like, oh, I gotta watch what I say, because here I have to watch what I say, and a lot of words are blocked. So when I filter the live, it's a lot of words that like even now that I have blocked. So if somebody were to try to say something, they're not going to even be able to type it because I've already blocked it. I've blocked everything of which I feel like a person would say, especially if they're, rage baiting. I made sure that I blocked the word so I don't even got to see it. So it's like, that's, it helps to keep the live clean, because the problem is when you don't want somebody that, let's say, okay, because everybody trolls somewhat, but it's some overboard, like doing too much type trolling that ruins the whole experience from somebody that just got here and now they don't want to subscribe because in the chat they like, hey, everybody in here clowning, ain't nobody like really listening to dude, they just in here, effing around. And it's like, that's the whole reason why it's like I would, want to separate and just do it a different way, because it's all about helping somebody see the light. Now, I know that I tend to talk about illusions and, facades, and I feel like that was necessary. I use a lot of examples of illusions and facades because, before I had my channel was called Illusiology. So it's like, I feel like I really studied the illusions in regard to starting this channel with Real Recognized Real, going off into, Certified Real, going off into No Fuss Given. It got to the point where with No Fuss Given is that I had to start making my content without feeling like, oh, if somebody was to, think something, say something. So I was just like, bro, I can't care about what people think about how this comes off, how I just gotta say it how I want to say it. So No Fuss Given, that's what that means. It's like, I still gonna do it. I'm still gonna say it regardless if I know it rubs somebody wrong way. I still gotta say it, because if I don't say it that way, then I'm lying to myself. See, it's like the worst thing you could do is say something and be lying to yourself. It's like, damn, I ain't really say that how that was really, supposed to be said, if that makes sense. So when I say something like, with a Gemini, I'd be like, yo, you gotta watch the Gemini because they, they change their mind. They like to entertain options. So a lot of times if you're going to get with a Gemini, you got to be ready to change as well. So it's like, because a Gemini, they might have because I got a video I'm dropping right now. Matter of fact, I'm finna upload it right now. Now this is a long form video that I just did. A subscriber asked me to do the video, and like I say, I told him I got you, and I did the video about, let me see, let me upload it. So the video is called okay. And like I say, this is just my little spiel about, how I see it. This is like, it's not written in stone, because, some people gonna say, well, that don't apply to me. Well, if it does, it does. If it don't, it don't. But I just wanted to, do the request of the make it happen. So the title of the video is what happens when every zodiac sign is your boss. And this, I'm gonna release every single sign edition. So the first one I'm doing is the Pisces edition. So I'm gonna make this one public right now. But definitely, like I say, hope y'all like it. Like I said, it's a long form, so watch it when you actually got time, or watch a little, few moments and come back to it later. Let me see. Yeah, and like I say, this is really about when every sign is your boss. So let's say you a Pisces employee and you got an Aries boss. What to expect: the good, the bad, the ugly, and how to get along, how to get through it, so y'all could work in the same workplace without any problems. Because if you don't factor in those problems, bro, it ain't nothing ever gonna be perfect anyway, but it's like at least this will give you kind of, a glimpse of what to expect. Um, like me, I had several. I think I ain't gonna lie, probably my worst experience as a Pisces employee was I had a cancer boss, bro. That was like that type of experience was so difficult for me, bro. So difficult. Cause it's like it got to a point where she just stopped helping me, bro. Let me see. Travis said, you're 100%, but they can also backstab, go behind your back as well. So be careful. They can trick you into thinking they like or love you, but some are cheaters. But you're not wrong, dude. You're right. Is that for the Gemini situation, Travis? Um, Now I would say with the Gemini, if that's about the Gemini situation, it's like with Gemini, it's more. It can be interesting. It can be fun. It can be. It also can be. Like I say, it can make your heart flutter, bro. It can make your heart flutter. You can feel that nervous, like either you want to, throw up, you want to go shit. However your nerves get to working, that's what a Gemini could do to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like me, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really liked. I ain't gonna lie. Look, she was bad, bro. She was bad, bro. Like she was super. Like any guy would have wanted to talk to her type of chick, bro. She was a Gemini, bro, and she showed interest in me, and I'm thinking it's real. I'm like, oh damn, whoopty woo. I'm like thinking to myself, like, damn, this is rare. A Gemini woman actually showing interest in the Pisces. Now, she didn't know I was a Pisces now, but I knew she was a Gemini. So, man, I shit you not, bro. It was like we go to the store. We go to the little store, the little clothing store. Next thing you know, she see a dude in there that she knows. And bro, she get in there, geeking and like laughing and, flirting and shit with dude right in front of me, like as if we ain't even, we ain't even talking. Now, we were dating and it was like, kind of working towards that direction. And then all of a sudden, bro, I literally, I'm in the store, and then it was another person that was shopping, and he was with his girl. And then he bust a dude out. He bust a dude out in the Gemini woman and told me, hey, bruh, hey, this you? I was like, we kind of just, dating, whatever. And then he said, oh, man, when you had walked out the store, went outside for a moment, old boy had got old girl number. I'm like, I ain't want to believe it, bro, but I knew he was telling the truth, bro. Because then both of them started denying it. Like, no, he lying. Like, what the hell? No, why would I do that? And I'm like, come on, bro. So then, like, I'm outside. And then one of my Pisces friends called me. He like, yo, you still talking to old girl? I'm like, yeah, why? He like, oh, yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. He was like, she ran through. I'm like, I'm thinking that they all lying, they all hating. I'm like, I'm not trying to hear it. I'm just like, yo, why is everybody talking about old girl, bro, to me? This man said, like, because I didn't know that she was a stripper. See, I didn't know that. So dude tell me, like, yo, she be at the club, she be stripping and whoop-de-woo. She go by the name of Magic, okay? So I'm like, word? He like, yeah, bro, she ran through. And shit, he telling me he fucked with her and, whoop-de-woo, what happened? I'm like, I ain't trying to believe it because I'm like, where's the evidence, bro? This is just everybody just talking, bro. So I'm just thinking they trying to trick me out of my position. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to really hear it, fam. So next thing you know, I asked the Gemini, like, bro, what you doing? Like, why you moving weird, And then she literally just snapped like, Oh, why you acting weird? And you know, I wouldn't be like this if you wasn't doing what you doing. I'm like, well, I'm like, come on, bro. And then I crashed out. I'm like, bro, you know what? I'm like, just F it. I'm just through, bro. I'm done. So then she tried to crash out too. And it was like, she just telling me how just all this unnecessary stuff, bro, that I'm literally hearing. Like, she's like, you letting dudes get in your ear, your head about me. And I'm like, man, I just want out of this whole situation, bro. This is too much. So that's why once I told her I was done, I didn't want to talk no more. Then she started trying to get vindictive, like trying to tell the dudes that how I am, and like he in his chest because he think I really gave the dude my number. I'm like, bro, stop talking to me like, cause she just keep talking, bro. And it got to a point where what's going on with you, Tana, Pierre, and James Hudson? And see, it was like she just kept on talking to me, but then she started irritating me because she not seeing what I'm seeing or hearing what I'm hearing. So she ain't even trying to understand me, like on that level, like, and saying it with, you know, more care and more like, she just didn't act. She was just acting like she didn't give a fuck, bro. In the way she was saying it, like as if I'm the problem, like I'm doing something, like I'm bugging, I'm tripping. I had just walked outside for a minute because it was just awkward. A man being a female clothing store. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go outside, come back in. She's still in there shopping. The dude was in there, and then it was a dude in there. I don't know. I think he was like security. Then the other dude and his girl in there. Then the other dude tell me, "Oh, this you?" I'm like, "Yeah, we talking. We ain't like together, but we dating." So he like, "Yeah, man, dude was just in there. He just got old girl number, bro. I just wanted to tell you, like, I ain't even know nothing. Woo woo." I'm like, damn, can't even walk outside for damn near 5 minutes, bro. Your ass is so freaking like hot. You got that hot pocket coochie. Your ass you can't even just go to a store, shop, and leave, man. You got to be flirting with everybody, touching, just doing too much, bro. So to me, I just got turned off with that whole Gemini attention, like attention seeking type shit, to where in her mind, she was trying to say like she wasn't finna call him, but then she lied first before she got to when she calmed down and told me exactly what was happening. I was like, see, but you lied first though. You said you didn't get his number. Now you talking about, oh, I wasn't even finna keep the number. I'm like, no, then why you even give him the number? Now it's just confused. I'm like, no, I'm done, bro. I'm done. So when I said I was done and I finalized it, that's when she just like started spazzing out. She started crashing out, threatening me, trying to get in my face, trying to physically like fight me. I'm like, bro, you doing way too much stuff, bro. Welcome. Yeah, she didn't expect to be exposed too soon, and it's like she ain't like the fact she got caught because the other person told me, what happened when I walked outside. So I just believe like with Pisces, it's like even if somebody do something to us, it's like people start like just telling us stuff, secrets and stuff that we ain't even like paying attention to, and somebody else end up telling on somebody like, yo, when you did this, and it's all the time like somebody revealing stuff that's going on under our nose that we ain't get whiff of. So had I dude never told me, I wouldn't even known that she had did that. She would have left back in the car with me like nothing happened, bro. That's what I'm thinking about. Like, you was just gonna leave it. You not even speak on this, bro. See, that sneaky shit, bro. I just can't do it. I can't deal with it, bro. Well, what's going on, locked up too? How you doing, bro? And yeah, man, I was pissed off because I really wanted it to work. And then I'm gonna tell you a thing with Gemini, bro. It's like they get with somebody else ASAP. So as soon as y'all break up or stop talking, now they on Facebook in somebody else's arms that quick, bro. It's almost as if they was playing you the whole time. Like they already got like an entourage full of dudes and they body count be high as hell, bro. Cause with her, she told me, she was like, you ain't nothing special. You ain't nothing special. She was like, you number 51. I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess, hey, thanks for telling me, hey, I guess. So where's my jersey? Where's my 51 jersey then? Because, I mean, hey, you bragging about me being number 51. I don't see no relevance in me telling me that. Like, that's bad for you, see? So it's like you telling me I'm number 51 on, like, as if I'm in line with a bunch of other dudes to get at you. I'm like, nah, I'm good. This ain't no sign me up type of shit, You said you cut the Scorpio off. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I told you, I told you, man, that Scorpios ain't no joke, bro. See, the problem is they always think it's a trust thing. It's always a trust thing to why a Scorpio tends to act up with a Pisces, bro. It's like, at least that's when they start showing teeth. Because, like, let's say you had a membership, something petty, okay? Let's say you had a membership at Gold's Gym and you never told the Scorpio, okay? And let's say that Scorpio is your girlfriend. And then all of a sudden, you just be like, oh, you ain't think to tell her that you had a membership at Gold's Gym because it wasn't no big deal, wasn't no big issue. And you like, okay, she tell you she finna go, out and get a drink or do something. You give her space. You like, oh, okay, cool. And then you tell her, oh, I'm gonna go to Gold's Gym. Then the Scorpio, they whole vibe change. What you mean you going to Gold's Gym? I'm going to Gold's Gym to work out. Shit, why you finna leave? I ain't finna stay here in the house by myself. And then all of a sudden she like, you ain't never tell me you had a membership at Gold's Gym. So now you hiding shit and doing, then they end up, bro, when they suspect that you being suspicious or you reveal something that you ain't tell them up front, bro, they be acting like they got betrayed, bro. Like they be really taking it like you. And I don't like that shit, bro, because they be making it seem like you held some shit from them, like you had an ulterior motive, like you was finna like do them in or something with it. Like, and then they feel like, oh, you ain't tell me because you probably seeing some bitch up there or something. Like, come on, bro. I'm telling you because we never talked about the gym. I didn't see the relevance in me mentioning the damn gym. You know who gonna be like out of nowhere? Yeah, I'll be going to Gold's Gym, bro. It ain't had nothing to do. She was never talking to me about no working out, bro. So I just told her where I'm gonna be at. And then she got mad because this was her first time hearing me talk about it after being together for a couple days. I didn't see no point in telling her. It didn't make no sense for me to talk about it. If she would have mentioned something to me like, oh, I'm trying to get my abs down, or hey, I'm trying to lose, whoop-de-woo. I've been going to a gym. And then it would have been necessary for me to share the fact that, hey, I go to Gold. See, it would have been of relevance for me to mention it. But I ain't never find a reason to tell. See, I'm one of the people, and see, Scorpio don't like this about Pisces, is that we hold back. We don't tell everything we got going on, like every single thing, because that's too much. It's like, we don't want a person thinking they can control us with all knowing all our shit, fam, and we don't really know nothing about them. So yeah, bro, they'll feel like you holding back. They'll take something like that they'll feel it like a betrayal for you not telling them. See? Then they'll say, oh, you hiding shit, you doing sneaky shit, you ain't telling me this, telling me that. Like, and then they'll have an attitude. Now, I tell you, if a Scorpio is angry, they get silent, bro. They don't say nothing. And they get into this stubborn silence to where you ain't thinking it's that deep. So you like, hey, when you come back, you want to go get a bite to eat, or you want to go watch a movie, and they ignoring your shit. And they just acting like they don't hear you. They don't want to talk to you, and they just silent, ain't saying shit. And this could go on for an hour or two. And you like, when you a Pisces, you got, man, this is not the one to be playing them little ignoring you and your feelings type of shit, bro. And you ain't talking about nothing. A Pisces ain't gonna trust that shit. They gonna set the boundary, and they gonna say, if I say one more thing to her, she don't respond, I'm done. Because the thing is, when you try and talk to a Scorpio that's mad at you and they feel betrayed and they start to go quiet, you don't know what they thinking about. And the thing is, they can hold that shit against you. Like, even though it wasn't even no big deal to the Pisces, bro. Then the Scorpio be like, yeah, it wasn't no big deal to you because you the one keeping the fucking secrets and shit. It's like, and then you gotta be careful, because when a Scorpio woman feel betrayed, she starts trying to punish you, see, by withholding the sex, things that y'all would normally do. She holds back to where you could feel like, oh, okay, so now you mad, and now, oh, you don't want to do this, no, you don't want to do the stuff you was doing before when everything was all good, the mind games and shit, and that make you feel like, I ain't finna work towards nothing to show you or prove to you that it was what it was. You said, right, like, right, you brush them off, but they be mad and hold grudges, but in the back of their mind, they think they different. Yes, man, you hit it on the head. They be thinking they right too. Like, if, because y'all could be sitting there arguing about how something really went down. And the thing is, because of it's almost like, if a Scorpio think it went down one way and you telling them, no, that ain't even what it was, they think that you're trying to run, or like that you scared to like tell them the truth because of the suspicion that they have. It's like, what you want me to say? What you want me to lie, say? That's like a person trying to say you was the killer, and you know good and hell well you didn't kill nobody, bro. It's like, what you trying to do? Make me lie to myself and say I did it just to make you feel like, just for me to make you feel like you right? And that's the whole thing. Like, what I mean, it gets dangerous, because when you dealing with a Scorpio and they're silent, bro, they are dangerous when they see you. Gotta understand, Scorpio is very dangerous when they're silent, bro. They're very dangerous, and this is a dangerous silence that they come into. This ain't like Pisces. This is a dangerous silence. So here they can get vindictive, bro. So it's like, let's say you mentioned that you going to do something that they had no whiff about. They didn't even know you was even going to doing that, right? The Scorpio would think that it's been going on. Like, they'll start having like their type of mindset, because they get very suspicious, like an investigator. They'll be thinking like, oh, you've been sneaking off to the gym ever since we started talking. So here, once they go silent, they're trying to get revenge, So here it's like, she might go out with a homegirl and then mention the fact that, oh, I'ma stop at Tim's house to watch the game or watch the fight. And then you could feel the tick for tack, and you like, bro, you really think that I did some foul shit, and now here you are going to hang out with Brenda. Now you talking about you finna go to Tim's house and watch the game because you trying to get me to feel salty, or feel like, oh yeah, damn, now she doing it. Now she doing it to me. Like, and you like, man, you can't control my emotion, bro, because you could feel the boundary being pushed. You like, you trying to control me now. Just because you find out, go to. So what I'm saying is, Scorpio, they feel like they have to know everything, bro. Like, all your business, all your coming and going. It's like, that can be nerve-wracking, bro. Because they be feeling like, oh, if you hide one thing from them, meaning you don't tell them about something, it could be anything. Combination to the damn safe. They gotta know that too. Oh, you done took your break, didn't call. What happened there? They do that whole investigative shit where it's like they probe. When they probe, they stalk, they lurk. See, they dig. They like to uncover shit. So it's like if you do something, they want to know why you doing it. Even when it ain't no fucking reason, bro. It's like, oh, you were supposed to call me on your break. What time did you take your break? You normally call me. And I know you take it at 5. It's 6:15. You ain't called me none on your break. Well, who the fuck was you talking to? And you like, bro, I ain't even shit. I ain't even take my break this time at the time. They like, oh, why you stuttering? Shit, I'm stuttering because I'm shocked that you even asked me this shit. You're making a big deal out of this. And you could be bickering with a Scorpio as a Pisces. And sometimes a Scorpio could just be sitting there giving you a hard time and love you to death. And it's like, they just be wanting to see testing you and shit, bro. Like, she might sound serious. She might trip, you know. But I'm saying you could have called. And you literally thinking she dead ass mad at you, bro. And then later on, she just started laughing, fam. And you like, and she laughing because the facial expression you giving her, she think it tickling her. She laughing like, I was just saying it what you was gonna do. You never know. It be people out here doing this and this. It's like we've been together for fucking 2 years and you say you still don't trust me, bro. Come on, bro. Because that's what a Scorpio would do. They would keep testing your ass, bro. They would, even after y'all been together 6 years, they still doing little tests. Seeing if you gonna call. Seeing if you gonna do what you already been doing, bro. It's just like they always waiting for you to fuck up. Trying to catch you with your pants down, bro. It's like, damn, you're always catching me with my damn pants down, man. And then the thing is, like you just said, Eloise, they be doing the sneaky shit, questioning you all the time. They'll go do some shit, go, fuck a nigga, and then, crawl back in bed like, oh, like ain't nothing happened. And the crazy thing is, all Scorpio need to go out and do something, like to cheat is a feeling, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I remember one of my family members, she had a boyfriend, had kids by him and everything. Then at like 12 in the morning, around there, excuse me, y'all. Then at like 12 in the morning, she called the Aquarius dude to come over. Then she literally, I was sleeping on the couch. This is my grandma's house, whoop-de-woo. I'm sleeping on the couch. She telling me like, oh, just go in my room, whoop-de-woo. I'm like, all right. So I act, I pretend like I'm going to the room and I'm in the dark, lurking in the dark, like Spider-Man against the wall. I'm sitting there I'm nosy as hell to see what they finna do. Next thing you know, all I start hearing is macaroni and cheese being spent in the bowl. I hear fucking the duties getting clapped. I'm looking around. I ain't trying to look, but I hear it like, like dude in there smashing the damn Scorpio woman. She got a boyfriend though, baby daddy and everything. Dude there, she called the dude. He came over, and they in the living room fucking, bro. Next thing you know, dude leave. She come back in the room. Okay, you could go back. I ain't finna sleep on that goddamn couch y'all been in there fucking on. What the hell you think going on? What kind of timing you on? And I'm like, damn, freaky ass. So that could be a situation that could go on with a Scorpio. She could have these little secret lovers, these secret, like, little rendezvous, bro. And it's like, I remember one time I went inside my my Scorpio family member room, and I don't know why this is why a lot of people hate me now, because back then I was just something else, bro. I was bad, bro. And I remember I used to go, I had this habit of going through people's shit, bro. I don't know why. Maybe it's a Pisces thing. Maybe it's just, I was super nosy and just had to get, like, I had to dissolve all boundaries, bro. I had to, like, go in people's shit, dig through their drawers. And, bro, you know the shit I would find? Bro, I went through my, I went through my family member, drawer, and I'm literally just, she literally not even there. I'm going through her shit, like, looking around. I see pads. I see all kind of little, you know, I believe I was in the panty drawer. I'm looking through stuff and picking and, you know, looking through. Man, it was like a whole bunch of shit, and I moved it around. Bro, I thought I was in the produce section at the fucking grocery store. Man, there was a big old huge like zucchini ass cucumber of a dildo. Like this, bro, that motherfucker was like 12 inch. That motherfucker was long as shit, bro. I said, what the fuck? The fuck she doing? Freaky ass. And then, you know what's crazy? After I seen that big ass dildo, bro, it made me look at my auntie different, bro. I was like, you was a freaky ass motherfucker, bro. And she never knew I even knew that shit was in there, bro. But every time I used to look at her, I used to be daydreaming like, what the fuck she got that shit for? What does she own, bro? I know y'all like, damn, you all in her shit. I'm like, yeah, because I don't know why I used to do that, bro. I had to know people's secrets or something, bro. I had to know what the fuck people had in their shit. I don't know. I was just this nosy person. And then I used to steal shit. Now, don't let your mind get in the gutter. You stole her dildo. Hell no. But I'm saying that when I would go through shit, if I found something useful, as to why I don't have a close relations with some of my uncles, and because I stole shit from them before, when I was younger. So like then if I came across like a belt that looked like it was worth something, I would put it on, take it, and go home with it. If it was a movie, because I remember my uncles, they used to have like, triple X flicks, and they, in the back in the days, to be VHS tapes and DVDs, and then I used to see like the little naked women on there, and I'm like, oh shit. And I used to take the CDs out of the damn, the CDs out of the little, cases, and take them home with me. Now, one time, and my uncles, they were Tauruses, okay? So one time I took one of his movies. That shit was probably like $40, $50. I ain't give a shit. I took it. And he called my pops like, yo, hey, I think such got my shit, bro. And I was like, I ain't got it. And then he told me like, bro, when I see you, I'm beating the brakes off you, bro. I said, bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. And I said, I admitted to the belt. I said, okay, I got the belt, but I don't got the movies. I don't know who the fuck took the movies. He said, so you mean to tell me a ghost just came in my shit and took it, bro? He was like, bro, don't go in my fucking room no more. Tell me why when I went back to my grandma's house like a month later, they had all the fucking doors to their rooms locked. They had everything locked up, dog. I'm like, except my auntie, bro. I'm like, God damn, that's crazy, bro. So that's why I said, like, in my past, I ain't gonna lie, it hasn't been a whole lot of thievery. I will say I used to steal my ass off when I was little, and I never got caught, bro. I never got caught, bro, because I had sticky hands, bro. So, you know what's crazy? I know y'all probably thinking, damn, man, you ain't shit, bro. Hey, sometimes I'm not, but sometimes I can be. But the crazy thing is, the reason why I used to steal shit is because it used to be fun to me for them to call back and looking for their shit. Like, I used to get so tickled by the reaction, like, oh, man, where my shit at? They used to make me laugh, bro, because it was like a little game. It's like a game where you can't, like, you don't really know what happened, but you just know your shit ain't there. So it's like, when you know you the one that took it, it's like, you know, the person can't do shit about it, but assume that you got their shit. And this used to be the most sick, man. This shit used to be so funny to me when I was little, bro, 16, 17 years old. It's because I used to play the whole cat and mouse game. Like, you got to catch me in order to know. You got to know that I took it. You assuming that I took it. You know, and I admit, play a little game with him. Oh, you know, I admit I took the belt. Okay, give him his belt back. That's your uncle. Come on, he older than you. Don't give him his belt back, bro. Don't do that. Don't do him like that. Give him his goddamn belt back. But when he was like, man, when I see you, I'm going to beat the brakes off you, I was like, all right, cool. So to this day, bro, I don't even talk to dude. I ain't heard from him. I ain't seen him in like 20 years, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I was bad. I was real bad, like, to the core, where I believe, like, I had that stigma, everybody hates Chris type of vibe, bro. It's like, people would look at me and be like, nah, bro, you can't come over. Like, you know, we don't want to be in a group with you. Nah. That's why when I went to that Walmart, dude had the item in his damn, underneath his armpit, like, you ready to pay? You ready to pay, man? Thinking I was gonna steal it, bro. But see, when he did that to me, it turned me on, because my past, bro. See, and I'm like, bro, in my mind, I had the evil ass thought was to spray him with the fucking pepper spray. Let me see if I can find. Oh, I can't even reach to take my seatbelt off. It's trying to make me safe to get to it, but my belly's in the way. I gotta lose some weight, bro. I always say that though. But yeah, it's hot as hell in here again, bro. Need something to drink. Okay, so this is what. Okay, so this is what I had got. Boom. Is this Saber Red pepper gel. So I brought this with me because I had all this planned out. Okay. So if I go and do something, because I ain't gonna lie, when I went in the store, I'm like, bro, let me fuck with him, see if I could get the item just to see what he gonna do. And I brought this with me because I'm like, if I ever had to fight somebody off me, I ain't finna fight them. I'm finna spray their ass. They gonna get fucked up trying to, wrestle with me and fight with me and whatever. And when it comes to security, I'm dangerous, bro. I'm like Charleston White, little brother, bro. You get to bro, some people, like, they'll try to get you for shoplifting or some crazy shit, bro. Bro, if you not getting me, bro, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm like Batman with a utility belt. You getting sprayed, stabbed, all kind of shit. And I'm gonna do it after I draw the illusion. I'm gonna draw the illusion. I'm gonna play it like, oh man, damn, your jaw. Okay, the accusation. What's going on? Hey man, we need you to come in the room, bro. Where's your ID? I'm gonna give them a fake ass ID, a card with some shit on it. When they get to looking at the fucking ID, hey man, this isn't real. They look back at me, sprayed. Then I'm taking their keys. See? And then, like I say, I would hate this will be the last time y'all hear from me, see from me. But like, if I ever, God forbid, if an officer ever try to get me, bro, he going down, bro. I'm just letting you know, he going down. He going down. I found so many tricks and little things, bro. Like, see, I'm gonna tell you. This is why I tell people, quit playing with Pisces, bro. I used to be a loss prevention. I used to be a loss prevention officer, okay? So I'm already knowing what the little tricks is. When you detain somebody, the little tricks with the handcuffs, bro. It's so many different things I know how to do. Because that's why I always say, like me, I have a Joker complex, bro. I don't know if you know what that means, but I'll explain it later. But I have a Joker complex. So here, if you try to arrest a clown, bro, you're not getting me, bro. You're not getting me, bro, because I have so many different arsenals of different illusions, bro, that nobody can fuck with me with these illusions, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you. So tell me what I did. I go and get the shopping cart, right? I put the wiper blades in the fucking cart, even though I know I ain't finna buy them shits. I'm like, okay, I got the wiper blades, so I'm trying to get the little stick thing, the $500 item. So I'm like, okay, boom. So I'm like, I'm finna draw this illusion. The little dude that got the item in his fucking in his armpit, I'm like, bro, let me see the item. He like, nah, bro, you gotta pay for it. Like, I can't just let you hold it, bro. You probably gonna try to walk. I ain't finna walk off with that shit, bro. Let me see the item. See? Because listen, if he would have let me see that item, bro, I already had the illusion, bro. I had the illusion ready for his ass, bro. So tell me why I go back to the store. I go back through the store and I find an item that looked just like the motherfucking item, the $500 item. Now, here's the trick. This is why I said with the magician, bro, is the magician, he could control your eyes, bro. And your eyes think you done seen some shit. But you ain't really sure what you just saw because you don't really know, oh, was that real what I just seen? Or, like, this is the same box. Item looked just the same. I got it the same color. I went through the store to find it. So I'm like, okay. I'm talking to him. So I had, man, I'm telling you, because you didn't know, you could use so many different illusions all at once. It ain't like you can only use one. So the first illusion is the wiper blades. I'm asking all kind of questions. I know they don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Then I got him so fucking like glued into the wiper blades that I'm watching the $500 item. And I spotted in the corner of my eye. So I grabbed the bottle of water. I found somebody's fucking bottle of water. I grab it, twist the top off, and I throw it on the floor to cause a distraction. So I put the water on the floor. That's another illusion. I put the water bottle, I toss it in between some TVs. I'm like, okay, put the bottle of water, make a mess, in other words, as a distraction. So I'm saying, okay, he still got the item in his fucking armpit. I'm like, damn, dude, put the fucking item down. Why you keep walking around with this shit? So I'm like, okay, crash out, pretend like you crashing out to cause a distraction, drop some shit on the floor. It was a spray can. I'm like, you know what? I could grab this spray can and smash it on the ground so it make a huge bang, and then just keep a straight face and just see his response to it. Like, hey man, what the fuck you over there doing, bro? You know? And I'm like, okay, let me see. This shit didn't work. He still got the item in his fucking armpit, bro. I'm like, all right, bro. That's when I said, man, I'll beat you. You want to run the fade? I'm all in his face, trying to get him to drop that item, bro. It got to the point, bro, where I'm just like, bro, I slap it out of his hands. Because, bro, he was like challenging me, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all ever been through something like that, bro, where you might not fully have intentions of doing something, but then you get so
You could see clear as day.
hook. Like, it's kind of like you go somewhere and then let's say the person already trying to secure something and you're not even able to hold it. You're not even able to look at it, even if you were going to pay for it. Okay. And then all of a sudden, what's going on, True Gemini? Welcome. I don't got no warrants, bro. And it's like, it ain't no criminal talk. It's just like the whole mere idea is like, I just wanted to prove to him that I could take the item from him if I really wanted the item, bro. Like, and it was just for me to hold it because he was challenging me by securing it, if it makes sense to. I understand his perspective that he's doing his job. It's a high price item. He thinks that he's going to get fired if it comes up missing. Okay. So I'm like, okay, boom, set the item on the back bracket there. Then the freaking dude that's working there, he was helping somebody else. And then I'm like, I took my hat off. I'm like, okay, I know when they see this big ass green hat, they finna go and grab the item again. So I'm like, okay, I'm sneaking through the fucking aisle, creeping. Next thing you know, I'm like, tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. And I'm standing still, like freeze man and shit. I tiptoe. I shit y'all not, bro. The item is like right here, bro, in front of me. The item is right there. I get ready to stick my hand over just to see if the man finna turn around and see me. And I literally like playing with it, like doing this. He distracted with talking to the dude. Man, I shit you not. As soon as my fucking pointer finger index pointed, I touched the goddamn fucking package, bro. The man turns around. I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. And he turns around, know exactly. He grabbed the fucking item and kept it to him. I'm like, see, y'all doing too much. She said, wait, true Gemini, you a female or a male? You said F. I mean, to me, it was the fact that they was literally securing the item. So I felt like, bro, if somebody really want to take the shit, they gonna take it regardless of you trying to hold it, bro. Was my whole point. Like, you could, that's why I tell people, you shouldn't even, oh, okay. You shouldn't even try to secure shit, bro. Because to me, you're challenging someone. It's like, okay, this is a high price item in the store. Okay, you got it on you. The person could be high as a kite, bro. A Pisces, look how you said a Pisces made you run off. Why? You know, it's funny because it's like with Geminis, they think Pisces are crazy. And then Pisces thinks Geminis are crazy. So it's funny how like the back and forth, push and pull type of interchangeable energy of how it's exchanged. Now, the thing about it is, like I say, both y'all just have different ways of how y'all do things. It's complete opposite. It's so different. One, like I say, likes to use logic, communication. The other likes to feel things first. So that's why a lot of times, like, the only way a Pisces understands a situation is by feeling it first. It's like they got to feel your vibe first. So it's like that really gonna throw off a Gemini because they have to talk first. They have to think where their feet stands, if that makes sense. So it's like they have to talk their thoughts out, and it's like with a Pisces is they don't even like to talk half the time. So it's like they like to feel you first before they speak to you. And it's like they won't speak until they feel the situation out first. So it's like if they get that vibe where something feel off without them having to speak, meaning if they are able to freely speak when they feel ready to speak, then if they feel that something is stopping them from being, in that quiet moment to have the intuition work its thing to find out the vibe first, then they're going to say, oh, this shit feels off. I ain't messing with it. See, because one thing is, that's why I said if the fish wasn't a representation of the Pisces, then I best believe a cat would be the symbol, because a Pisces behave like a cat. It's like they sense the situation out first, feel it out first, and if it don't feel right, they ain't messing with it. So it's like, usually that's permanent. Yeah, they make good friends. Yeah, to a Gemini, yes. And I feel like that's what it has to structure off of, because it's like y'all got to get to know each other and see how each other communicates first. Because with Gemini, they could get frustrated with a Pisces because the Pisces doesn't really respond quick enough. Because one thing with a Gemini, they respond quick on their feet. It's like just like if you had a Gemini boss and you was a Pisces employee in the workplace, it's like if you don't, like if you keep coming to the Gemini, you keep asking them, hey, you know, how do I do this? How do I do that? A Gemini will want you to know things on your own, like, and then tell them later how things went. But it's like a Pisces can feel like the Gemini don't care, or you know, that, oh, you don't come around and really see what I, you know, what I'm working on, if I'm doing it right. Who probably in trouble? You talking about the Pisces that was standoffish? But you know, I ended up having to, you know, in my situation at that store, y'all, I just bit the bullet and just left, bro. And I just made up my mind that I'm not shopping there no more. Because hold on, y'all. Yeah, I said I'm not shopping there no more because I just got tired of it, bro. I just got I'm just done with that shit, bro. I'm done with that whole like thing, and I feel like, to me, I got a lot to lose to be like playing around in them type of scenarios. But it was like, in my mind, I felt like I could have took the item from him, which I was gonna do. I slapped it out his hand first just to see what he'll do, how he'll respond. But like, I would have really hurt dude for that item, bro, if I really would have stayed, because I was just like too, like, how can I say it? Like, I was just too flustered that he was holding it the way he was. And it's like me having a past of, you know, thievery. I'm like, bro, I could really take this from you, bro. You are not safe by you holding the item underneath your arm. I'm going to hit you with this pepper spray. You going to go down, and I'm going to take the item. And I ain't going to find no help for you. By the time somebody get to you and realize what happened, guess what? I'm already gone. So it, to me, is like, that's why I tell people I can be a villain, bro. I can be a good guy. I can be a bad guy. I could be whatever you think I could be, bro. I can be, bro. Like, and I could, like, I'm telling you, because he saw the good side, but he didn't know it was representative. The other side was the shark. The shark, I'm literally like, bro, take and go. Grab and pass, bro. I'm literally like, he don't even know how fast I am. He don't know how swift. He don't know the risk that I would take. I won't even go out of a main, bro. Don't you know, in the middle of this, I went and looked up, went down the aisles, and don't you know they put the fucking strap thing to keep people from getting out of those different aisles, lanes, register, you know, little aisles to get out. I said, damn, so it's almost as if they running an operation, asset protection. They trying to catch somebody doing something. I said, oh, I wonder why. Oh, big ass Pigwin dude probably went up there and said something, bro. Like, oh, it's a dude in electronics, think he's trying to steal something. Bro, if somebody want to steal something, they're going to steal, bro. You got to watch. See, this is the thing. You got to watch out for the person, the dangerous the dangerous thief, bro. It's not the one. See, it's levels to the shit. You could deal with a person that's like, okay, they're a rookie. Okay, they make rookie mistakes. Or they try to take too much at one time. Or they stuff in bags. They're going to get caught, bro. The thing is, you go into the place, you got to draw illusions, bro. Because the illusions will slow them down, even though you're doing something quick. And he is, like I say, it can be easy. But you also got to have illusions, because when you, let's say a person get the item in their hand. You got to have a little time. That's why I say, let me hold it. Have a little time, because what you could do is, like me, I'm going to tell you. With me is I keep blades, like I say, I keep blades on me like this, bro. And the blade is like, boom, real. So this knife is sharp as hell, bro. What I do is I grab the blade. And what this does, if I want to really, really make sure, because look, How many, I ain't talking about stealing. I'm talking about if I want to see the item, I'm going to see the item. Make sure it's what I'm finna pay for. If it ain't cause half the time it might not even be in the fucking box. I done had that happen before. I'm gonna make sure it's what it is. But let's say you got this, boom, slip, cut it out, boom, pull it out. See it? Okay, this is it, boom, put it back in the box, right? Here's the thing. If somebody really, really was gonna take the shit, guess what they gonna do? They gonna take it and they gonna leave, bro. And you know how bold, like, bro, if somebody do something as bold as the way I'm explaining it, bro, you know they earn, bro. They ain't doing all that and they not earn, bro. And you, like I say, it's hard to catch a fish because that fish ain't going down, bro. You gonna have to kill me, fam. I'm not, if I was to do something like that, you got to kill me, bro. You're not taking me down, bro. You gonna have to call for backup and some more backup and some more backup. Somebody gonna get killed. It ain't gonna be me. And if it is me, you going with me. Bro, I'm see, with me, I've learned through I'm militant minded, bro. If somebody really put me in a way where I'm not gonna show no fear, I just have different ways or arsenals of different little things that I'm gonna throw your ass off. You're gonna be falling into illusion after illusion after illusion after illusion to where you could get me down to the ground and I could tell you, hey man, I'm deaf. Hey man, chill out, man. You know, it's little stuff that you gotta do and say, cause bro, all you gotta get their attention and be like, look, is this really what did I do? But you get one thing I've noticed is that you don't really want to do no talking, bro, at all. But the craziest thing is I was like thinking, I said, well, hold on now, go up front and see who up front. Man, I shit you not, bro. I seen several asset protection motherfuckers with the little uniform on up front. They had all the registers, like, you know, barricaded, fam. I'm like, this early? I said, no, they think, oh, I see what they got going on. They trying to trap somebody in this motherfucking, like, oh, okay. I said, well, guess what? I ain't coming back to here. I ain't coming back to this Walmart no more. I'm like, damn, that's kind of, like, I felt like they was trying to trap me in just in case they thought I was going to try to do something. They was trying to trap my big ass up in that motherfucker. I'm like, you know what? Nah, that's why I went and scoped it out first. Like, okay, who's up here? Okay, let me see who keep walking past me looking. Okay. I said, all right. That's why I drew the illusion. I grabbed a shopping cart. I threw 2 items in there, sticking to my story. Okay, boom. I got the 2 wipers. And everybody know that wiper blades is not, you know, for the weak. I need to know which ones I actually need, the J-hook ones or the other ones. So, hey, boom. I'm going to put these in it. There, you know, I stick to my story. Go up in there, cool, you know, calm, collected. I'm going to put 2 random ass items, some staples and some other shit to draw the illusion that look like the same item. So as soon as I grab the item, I'm going to put the freaking item that looked like the item in its place and I'm out of there. By the time they look down at the motherfucking box, they going to say, okay, it's good. It's right there. Then if they don't go check the shit, they going to say, wait a minute. All this time, this ain't the item that the motherfucking $5 item ain't here. Where the fuck did it go? Hey, but I was going to set the trap, but dude I'm telling y'all, this man said, hey, he walking around the store with this shit in his armpit like, you ready to check out, man? Hell no. I ain't buying it now. You got your musty ass fucking armpit of a stash in your freaking, you know, your underarm. But anyway, that was the whole thing. But it's like sometimes, like I say, I'm not a thief anymore. But I say that to say is that it was making me, it was like a rage bait, because I started like feeling like, bro, if I really want to take it, I'll just take it from you, bro. And you don't know how it's going to go down because I'm smiling right now. you don't know I'm gonna hit you with this pepper spray and then your ass is done. But I'm like, making sure that I could spray them in enough time and get away with it. I'm thinking about the whole thing, like, but then I'm like, somebody get whiff that he got sprayed, they gonna hit the walkie-talkie, like, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm not standing around, they ain't gonna know who did it, because I'm gonna walk smooth out the fucking door. I ain't gonna run out, and I ain't coming back, because they got all my description of what I look like. But it's like, to me, that's why I say as being a Pisces, it's hard to be a Pisces, because you could really get in trouble real quick. Like, you could have evil thoughts and just have some fucked up thoughts just waking up in the morning. You got to catch yourself and be like, nah, bro, it ain't that easy, bro. It sound good, but it's like, nah, bro, you went all the way in the back of the store. And then I got caught. Peeking through the holes in the fucking wall. Because this is what I did. She said, get out the goddamn stove. Hey, I did. I left. I got out of there, fam. But it's like, I basically had a little spot in the store that has these little holes. You can like little peepholes. And I went to the hardware section, and that's where I kept going back to that wall. But I drew the illusion because I made it seem like I was looking for something in that little area. I thought I was not looking obvious. So I'm literally looking through the holes, and I'm trying to see where big dude is standing, where he positions. So I'm like, okay, I know I got to bring the cart, drop the cart, park it somewhere, grab an item in it to make it look like I'm comparing. Boom. Then I said, as soon as I shit y'all not, bro. This is how, man, listen, this is how powerful the Pisces intuition is, bro. I'm looking through the holes, holding the item in my hand, and my intuition, like, led me to look over my shoulder. Guess what I see? You wouldn't believe it. I seen the motherfuckers, the goddamn, like the little loss prevention dudes, but they be like plain clothes. Seen they ass handed, bro. Both of them, they walked past, stopped. I'm looking through the holes. My intuition is like, somebody watching you. Not out of paranoia, not out of fear. Somebody's watching you.
I'm talking about soon.
Looked over to the right. Red-handed, bro. They were stopped. And they both was looking at me like this. Now, mind you, I'm the only one in that aisle. And then I'm like, and then they stopped. Then they started talking to, they started talking to each other to try to throw me off. Like, I said, oh, y'all, okay. I see what y'all, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay, I see. Y'all on to me, so it's time for me to go. Yeah, y'all watching me now, so, and I just, hey, my time's up now, see? Because y'all done noticed me. That's when I'm like, big dude, big ass motherfucking frog face motherfucker. He's the one that I know he went and told, bro. Like, hey, we got a guy in the back electronics section with his no neck having ass. Watch the dude with the green hat, man, because he told me to take the $5 item. He was gonna go to the wiper section. He keep asking me which one is the driver's side and the whole thing, which one he should get. Bro. In my mind, I was getting so mad, bro. I'm like, bro. If I could cut the power out in the whole building, I would if I had the chance. If I knew where the power fucking surge section was, I would have. All the lights would have went out and that motherfucker walked out. I got a Sagittarius stellium, y'all. So when I mention things, I know it might sound awful because, it sound like, oh, you're a little rambunctious, I see. I probably am. Especially when I get mad, bro. I don't get mad the same way, a rage of just like cussing and yelling and losing focus. I don't get mad that way. I get mad where I be wanting to do something like Dexter Laboratory type shit, where I be wanting to cut the power off, spill shit, drop shit, go get the Gorilla Glue and start sticking shit. The Gorilla Glue and glue one of their doors that they got to get out of, glue that shit shut. Just doing little shit because I know it's going to be a pain in the ass to get that shit off. But or put it on the floor, somebody step right in that shit, bro. Little stuff. Yeah, because I be thinking it's funny, bro. But then I be like, no, I got to chill out. I got to chill out because when you a Pisces, bro, when you do something, you do it in its extreme, bro. So it's like, this is when you go far with it. You go way too far with it to where you won't just cut the power out. That motherfucker might be down for some days to find out who the fuck did that shit, bro. And usually they don't even find out the Pisces doing stuff because with Neptune, everything is blurry, foggy, too many fucking illusions. They might, you know what the funny funny thing is, they might even fire somebody that didn't do it, but hey, we got to blame somebody and they'll end up getting the wrong person in trouble behind that shit, because that can happen too. When Pisces do stuff, it's like, oh, they end up thinking one of the employees did some fuck shit, you know? It's like little stuff. But man, the whole thing is here is the whole point of me doing this, saying this, is because we all have darkness in us, bro. We all have evil fucking shit in us, bro. The difference is I'm gonna tell mines. I own my good side and my bad side, fam. It's like little stuff we gotta work on, but we gotta realize that it's bad first, you know, that it's not good. And that's why with me, I could have gotten my ego and really went to jail today. See, but I chose not to. I chose to just say, you know what? It ain't gonna happen today. Trey, it's time to go. You know, just having to say, man, like True Gemini said, get the fuck out the store. You know what I'm saying? I had to get out of there, bro, because it got to a point where I started getting like too risky with it. Like I start feeling like, man, I should just do something just because, bro, them thinking that I can't. Like, I'm not good with, like, I'm gonna be honest with me, and my personality is that don't lock up a whole lot of shit around me, bro. That really tempts me, bro. Like, if you locking shit up, the type of person I am, bro, because I'm a mechanic as well, I fix cars, bro. Like, don't lock no shit up. Because one thing with me, like, if I see anything locked, got some type of device, security device, with me, bro, I got Moon in Aquarius, bro. So how I feel is, I feel like anything system related, it has a program of software to make it run, bro. I'm gonna get that shit, bro. I'm gonna unlock that shit. I'm gonna break through the codes. I'm gonna infiltrate that shit, bro. I'm not finna, like, that shit turn me on, bro. I get rock hard off of shit like that. When shit is locked, got passwords and shit, bro. I'm the type of person where I'll literally get in your phone and you be like, what the fuck? How the fuck you know my code, bro? It's just, bro, it's just little stuff that I know how to do that when you smart, bro, you just be like a fucking Marvel superhero in your imagination about it. You be like, man, you can have a password in your phone. I'm gonna still get in that motherfucker, bro. I'm gonna still, because I know how to do it. When you smart, you have a high IQ, you start to go through, target practice. You go through a phase of just like doing shit, bro. Just because you know you can, bro. It's almost like if I can outthink my opponent, I'm going to always outthink my opponent. And that's how you lose, because you don't know what I know. See, I know how to, bro. I'm gonna tell you. I know how to break, bro. I know how to break through a fucking locked door, bro. Now I know a lot of y'all already know this shit. I know a lot of y'all in the chat, y'all already know how to get through a locked door. You could get through a locked door with any key. Man, let me stop, bro. Y'all gonna be like, what, so you breaking in houses too? Nah, bro. I just know how to do shit because, bro, I done had situations where I lock myself out, lock myself in, and I ain't had no help. And, bro, I'm gonna tell you who put me up on game, bro, regarding all this breaking locks and getting into shit, bro. A Capricorn and a Sagittarius, bro. You ain't trapping no Sagittarius. If you try, bro, they getting out, bro. I remember when we was little, bro. We got locked into this motherfucking it was like a little tow yard looking thing of a dealership. We got in there and we got locked in that shit, bro. Barbed wire all over the motherfucking place. Sagittarius. As wild and reckless as them motherfuckers, bro. He like, yo, bro, we gotta get to the top. I was finna cry, bro. My emotional ass when I was little, can't get out. Man, I'm crying like, mama, you know, and Sagittarius like, look, bro, we gonna get out of this shit, bro. You gotta climb the fucking fence, bro. And he found a way to get out that motherfucking lot, bro. And I'm in tears because I'm scared. We not supposed to be in that shit. We ain't even supposed to be in there, bro. It was a keep out situation, bro. And we did not break the lot. We thought it was a damn dog in the damn lot because we see all the chains and the little rubble and dirt. We like, bro, we cooked now. At least I think we cooked. Sagittarius is calm and laughing it off, thinking it's funny and shit. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Bro, I ain't never been good at climbing shit, bro. I remember the most embarrassing moment when I was little, bro, was we had a fucking, I used to cry, bro. Every time we had fucking rope climbing class, bro. Like, I'll go to the gym class if we was just gonna play basketball or play rugby or do some, kickball or something, tag or something, just something else other than climbing ropes. So, man, I'm in that damn block, bro. Sagittarius climb the motherfucker. Now, these some high freaking fences, bro, because it's barbed wire everywhere else. Next thing you know, he like, come on, bro. Put your foot in between the little holes in the gate and just climb, bro. I climbed like 2 feet up. And I'm looking down, my toes hurting. I'm like, bro, I can't get over, bro. I'm like, come on, man. And he like, I got you, bro. He like, man, just put your feet here. I'm gonna hold on to your shoes through the little holes. Get you over. That shit was like 10 foot, bro. That shit was high as shit, bro. Next thing you know, man, I got to the top and I could have did 2 things. You know how you get to the top of the gate, you either gonna jump down or you gonna put one leg over and then come down. So I said, man, fuck that shit. Once I got like at the top, I just jumped off the motherfucker, bro. Hit my knees and shit on the fucking concrete, bro. I was just trying to get that shit over with, bro. He was like, bro, don't jump, no. I jumped and didn't even land on my feet. I landed on my knees, bro. Scraped my knees up, blood everywhere, bro. Because I was scared, bro. That was the whole thing, bro. I did not want to climb shit, bro. But that just go to show you, like, bro, the Sagittarius got us out that shit, bro. And he got us out of that shit like he done been there before, like he done did that and he didn't. That was all of our first time being in that situation, bro. Just as brave with courage this motherfucker had. I'm like, dog, that was nothing to him, fam. That shit was fun to him. With me, that was a fucking nightmare, bro. I'm like, never again, bro. Like, I remember we was riding our bikes one time. We went through a trail. And I ain't never been through that trail before. And my bike was old as probably Debo wouldn't even want to steal that motherfucker. That bike I had was ass. It was dog shit, bro. The chain would slip on it, all kind of weird shit. The gears didn't work right. the little handlebar would turn and shit. Like, had to keep, turning it straight. Man, we went through that trail, bro. I'll never forget this shit. Sagittarius, they all going through. Because I had 2 Sagittarius friends growing up that I was friends with for years. We going through the dirt trail, and there was a turn. So, like, you had to hit your brake and turn, like a tight-ass little turn, bro. Otherwise, you'll go straight into the motherfucking, the water and shit, bro. Me trying to hang out with them, bro, I almost fucking drowned, bro, because we go through the trail. It's like a little hill, a little slope. And me, my handlebar situation and my motherfucking chain will always slip. So as soon as the turn came, they slowed down and made the turn because they knew it was there. I didn't know it was there. And when I tried to hit the brake, my chain slipped. My whole fucking bike and my body flew right into the fucking water, bro. I was like, why am I always getting hurt hanging with these motherfuckers? It was like I was always getting fucked up hanging with them, bro. Every time, fight after fight, falling, climbing shit, I couldn't hang, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So that's a whole different vibe. That's why I say all signs are different, bro. Because it's like, bro, I was hurting myself hanging with them motherfuckers, bro. It was like every time we was doing stuff and I'm getting fucked up. And I flew into the water and, bro, like, that shit was deep. That water was deep, bro. I didn't even get the bike out of the fucking water. I had to walk home. Bro, because when I fell, it was like all muddy and swampy and shit, bro. And it was just bad, bro. The water was deep. My face went into the fucking dark-ass, dirty-ass water, bro. And I'm like soaking wet, full of that nasty water, bro. And I'm like, and then they was telling me, they said, how the hell did you not, why you just didn't hit the brake and just turn like it was a tight ass turn? I said, bro, my chain slipped, bro. They like, oh man, you in that fucking bike, bro. Like, I told you to get a new bike. Why you keep riding that raggedy ass bike, bro? Cause I wanted to go, but I ain't have funds. When you super young and shit, you ain't really got money to go get no fucking new bike, bro. Unless you steal one, but you ain't getting, bikes back then was like $100-something. But that was like another day. I was at the motherfucking Metro Mart, bro. And I seen this little dude. It was like a little, he kind of was like had some sugar in his tank. And I seen him. And he pulled up, he had a bike. And the type of bike he had, this motherfucker was a Trek bike, bro. Like TREK. Them things ain't cheap, bro. I'm like, he ain't putting no chain on this fucking bike, bro. He just pulled up, parked that motherfucker, went in the grocery store. Like, he dare somebody to take it. I'm looking at the motherfucker for like 20 minutes. I'm like, do I got room in my back? I'm like, because this is the thing. It's just like a snake before it eats something that it know it shouldn't even be eaten, bro. With me, I had to control myself more than anything, bro. Because the reason I say this is because, like, every time I see something, it always be like something expensive just like sitting out, bro. And I've already learned my lesson so many times is that sometimes them be traps, bro. Like, you might think it's opportunity, but sometimes it's a trap, see, where you get in trouble, bro. And I see the Trek bike, I'm like, bro, some telling me like, man, go, that bike worth like $1,000, bro. Go take that bike. I'm like, nah, it's cameras out. It's cameras everywhere. And I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't finna take that bike. I already got a bike at the crib. I don't need no fucking bike. And then, like, I look it up on Google. I'm like, oh, shit, this bike worth, like, I'm like, shit. I had to stop myself, bro, because them the past lives, bro. That's the past, bro. I ain't that person no more. I had to realize, like, Appreciate the $10 super chat for the video with the other video somebody just sent. But man, I had to catch myself, bro, because it'd be like, it's too many times you could see something that you probably would have done in the past, bro. But this is not the past, you know? So it's like you a whole changed new person. And remember, you can't be tempted, fam, because you either gonna do it or you're not. And I'm like, bro, I had to just take my eyes off of it. Like, nah. Yeah, Gemini, you said you a stunt man. Yeah, that's what I be feeling like. You hit it right on the head. I do be feeling like a stunt man because I just be wanting to do stuff just because I know I can, or at least I think I can. And it don't be no foul play. Just be like, oh, I just wanted to take it. I get to the front door, I throw it, put it down, throw it down somewhere. Don't even steal it, because I realize it's just me trying to, me just trying to just do it. And I know that's my ego. That's why I be like, nah, because your ego will, oftentimes make you lose, see, or get in trouble. So I'm like, nah, bro, I know better than not to do that. But it's like, I just be like, damn. Because I remember, like, when my ex-wife, she was a Leo, she would do, like, weird things, too. Where she'll go to the grocery store, and she would grab, like, those chocolate, like, Easter eggs. And she would grab them. And she had this weird thing where she would hold the Easter egg in the palm of her hand. And she would literally be squeezing it until the fucking shit busts, right? And one time we got out to the registers, and I'm like, you said Walmart collecting date. Man, listen, I ain't worried about nothing, bro. Like I say, I ain't take nothing. If whatever happened, it happened, whatever, But I learned one thing too, Flex, God Mops, is that you have to, everything that you think has to be outside, out of mind, okay? Because you can't worry about stuff like right or wrong. You cannot worry about nothing, bro. Like, people get caught because they already thought about getting caught, so that's why it happened, bro. Or if you get in trouble, because you was already thinking about it. See, it's like when you ponder and worry, it's gonna come to you even quicker because you believe it. But you just don't water seeds as you water thoughts. It's because, like, you ain't finna do something, you just ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna think about something because you not thinking about nothing. You're not worried about nothing. You gotta be in that space. But I say that to say, because people get caught because they want to get caught. They talk about it more. And then, like, if you gonna do something, you can't have no fear. See, it's like, if you can do something, it's like if you can dunk a basketball, you just, okay, I'm gonna dunk. I'm gonna just dunk a basketball and that's it. But, like, anything else that come along with something you do, you just gotta be prepared for it, because that's what come with it. So it's like, yeah, I know if the person got something that I want, like this soda, yeah, so many different ways I can get the soda from the person. It's like, we can do it easy, or we could be two pigs wrestling in the mud for it. So it's like, I just gotta know that if I outthink you, it's over with, bro. Because it's like, there's so many ways I can get that soda out of your hands without you even knowing that I did, bro. That a lot of times it's just like a mind control, bro. Like, it's so many things that I've done in plain sight where people didn't even know what I did, or they get confused and they be like, huh? And I be like, I just took your wallet, right? What? Hey, how'd you get my wallet? You didn't feel me take your wallet? No. You didn't even realize that I had your wallet? Well, here's your wallet, sir. And that's the whole thing, because, bro, like, let's say, people don't know, people still be doing this shit, bro. Bro, somebody can Somebody could grab your wallet, bro. They could pickpocket you so fast, bro, and you don't even know that they got your wallet, bro. This is a thing where people don't know. If you pickpocket somebody, it's so many different ways to get their wallet. Is you could bump into them and say it was an accident. Boom, that could cause a little distraction, and you see that wallet. Boom, you end up pulling the wallet. I see this shit happen so many times. That's why I see women pushing shopping carts. They got their purse like right there on them. Open it, bro. I done seen so many traps of things that you shouldn't do, and these people do this shit because they think they're safe, bro. See, you gotta know it's always prying eyes, bro. It's always motherfuckers just looking, nosy motherfuckers just looking. But guess what? A lot of shit is in plain sight, bro. Ain't shit locked up, ain't shit concealed, ain't shit. It's just like open. I would never, man, listen, bro. I remember one time a lady walks out the gas station. The wind blows. It was a windy day. $100 bills literally in her pocket, flying all over the goddamn place. I said, ma'am, you dropped your money. She looked at the ground. Oh my God, thank you so much. And didn't even give me a dime. Didn't even say, hey man, thank you. I just saved your ass a whole fucking $1,000-some. You just walked and dropped that shit because it was loose in your pocket. Wind just took that shit and blew it everywhere. People be doing so many mistakes, bro, that you ain't even gotta like. I done seen people drop credit cards. I done seen folks do all kinds of shit, bro. And I be like, bro, I ain't picking that shit up. Hell no. See, now that's a different story. When you find like cards on the ground, leave them shits. Don't touch them because they'll accuse you of taking it, doing something with it, even though you just merely found it, bro. If you find something, throw that shit out the window. Don't even, hey, they're going to have to order a new one anyway. Don't even sit there. It's too many times I've seen that type of shit backfire on people. But yeah, it's like little stuff, but it's like, I will always say that with the purse situation, I've seen that a lot of different times. A woman have her purse wide open. She going in aisles and looking at clothes and step away from the cart and start looking at clothes and looking at clothes. And it's like, bro, what the hell are you doing? You don't think somebody will walk behind you and grab that damn thing or grab what's in it? You ain't even paying attention. See, it's a little stuff. You gotta know, or people will pull up in their house, leave their garage door open and forget to close it, bro.
It's open. All your shit in the garage.
Somebody could come and pull up like the fucking Home Alone wet bandits and take it, bro. It's little stuff that you gotta see. But me, I have an eye for things. I have an eye for mistakes and things because of my past, bro. Like my past, I used to go through my family drawers and shit and find shit. I used to find stuff, bro. I tell you this. It was raining one time and I'm literally driving, but I'm looking at the ground. I don't know why, for what reason, but I ended up finding a wallet. It's rain, pouring rain coming down. I pull over. I get out the car, go down, grab the wallet, open it. It's $300 in there. Now I'm like, okay, return it to the owner. Ain't nobody here to claim it. I ain't finna go through a person's wallet looking at all that shit, bro. You know, licenses and all that. This ain't, nope. Cause it's gonna be taken into a different way. I can't assume that the person is going to, you know, believe the fact that I found the wallet. They might think that I took something, tampered with something. So what I did was I just took the money out the wallet and threw it out back where it was at. Because the owner ain't gonna find it. If he ain't nobody standing outside and it's freaking pouring raining, ain't nobody finna find it anyway. Or hey, they might, but it's like, well, hey, what you gonna do? Leave the money down there? Now, had somebody been standing right there, you can't. But you know you can't be like, oh, somebody drop a wallet. Anybody will lie and say, yeah, I did, just to keep the money, you know. So it be moments like that. You said, yeah. I'm definitely gonna do call-ins. That was something that I was gonna do on a different channel, but I may just do it here. Because my other channel I have is I have a faceless channel that's more for like nature with like when it rains, thunderstorms, or just noises like different noises that help people sleep. So I have a faceless channel for that, and that's mainly like long form content. And then I got the Zodiac Hotline channel. That's like a backup channel, but that's more of a what you're referring to. That's a call-in channel for like people with zodiac sign issues and situations, or they want to know stuff, figure out stuff, or just talk about stuff in relation to zodiac signs or anything related. Now, I have a Team Pisces channel. That's a backup channel. So, that's just a Pisces only channel. And then I just got this one. So, like, those are like projects, but I may just put the call-ins here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so with Krishan Rock, that situation. Okay, so the thing is, I believe, now this is allegedly, okay, I'm not saying this is what's happening, is that allegedly I think that they're being targeted because of, sacrifice. The sacrifices, in regards to both of them, because as you notice, like Blueface ain't even been dropping no music or hardly any albums. I'm not sure if he's out of his contract with Whack 100 and them, but you notice he's just been doing singles and a lot of streaming. So he making most of his money off of Kick and Twitch, which is probably paying him like enough money or possibly more than rapping. So you could already see Blueface is already pretty much out of the whole industry situation. But Krishan Rock, I do believe that, something is major at hand regarding her, and far as her, the money that she's made and how far that she's gotten. And that whole situation with Ronnie passing away, and then, things looking like, people saying allegedly thinking that she has something to do with his death, which kind of looks, fishy. But I think what's going to happen is I just think they're trying to clone them, bro. I believe that they're trying to clone Blueface and Krishan Rock, bro, because I'm sure they already done came to Krishan Rock before, like, hey, if you want to stay with Zeus Network, you got to sacrifice. You got to sell out, because they not going to let you touch a whole lot of money and you ain't sold out, bro. And I believe like I believe that because artists, they only get big, real big, is when they start sacrificing, when they start to join the elites and whatnot. But it was there was a person, I forgot his name. What's that guy's name? He's always forgot his name. He will always get interviewed on the show. He's a Sag. I forgot his name though. But he basically I gotta figure out what his name is. But he basically said that, kind of like Cat Williams in a way, how he comes up with things and different theories of experiences, whatnot, and usually he's correct on a lot of things he be saying, because he was accurate about the Diddy situation. That Diddy was doing things and doing things with artists, and the whole like secrecy within it. So he was accurate about that. So the other dude ended up mentioning Krishan Rock and Blueface as being that, well, he said they were already clones, but I don't believe that. But I feel like they're going to get cloned, because if Krishan Rock gets arrested for that Ronnie situation, it's so many lookalikes that look just like Krishan Rock, you know what I mean? Just like if a person, like most artists are industry plants, so it's like, how do you know how we know this to be true? Like, look at the Sexy Reds and like the folks that ain't even like, they don't really look all that, but they became famous and rich real quick. Oh, you know, just like that. Look at the fake Gucci Mane. So it's like he was cloned. He died in prison. So they had him out with a clone in order to, you know, keep the records and keep the music coming and whatnot. So it's in those moments, like most of the time, if an artist go sit in jail for a minute, that usually mean that they're working on a clone. See, and that's how you know. Like if you look at Roderick Davis, you could see like he don't look like the real Gucci Mane in comparison to how he looks. He looks like his mouth, his teeth kind of look similar, but it's not. You could tell there's a huge difference. Oh, okay, I had to check it out. Said Larry Bishop Gators. Yeah, I had to check it out. Yeah, I think Blueface is clone too. I really believe that. Because he's never, bro, ain't no way. Like the way he acts now is way different. Is way off. And then him being as skinny as he was, and then all of a sudden he come out thick. Nah, that ain't food. That ain't, nah. It's like, and then he had a lot of little things he would do, you know, with the whole, like, the way he would talk, the way he would, you know, just do different things. He don't even do it no more. You know, he used to like lick his mouth, do this with his eyebrow. He wasn't even doing that no more. Then for him to, you know, something is fishy when his baby mama end up getting caught, you know, effing one of his friends. And now he ain't even talking to his baby mama at all with the two kids, Pink Face and the other kid. He ain't even, you never see them two, like you never see him with his kids like he used to be. It's crazy. It's like you could tell something's off. I just believe that no, 607 Unc, I just feel like he definitely is obvious with it. Like you could tell he worshiped the devil. You could just look at him and tell like he on that. He on that timing. Plus with King Yella, he's a Pisces, and you can tell like the way he explained. I fuck with King Yella, so it's like he already was talking about 607 Unc and how he he be doing weird shit. Then he always be having that cup, and you don't really know what's in that cup, what he be even sipping on. What we don't even know what the hell that means. The little cup that he always carrying with him, all that stuff, it means something, bro. You said Blueface scared. Look at his face. He did not want to do that. Look at the father's
Facts. That's the thing.
You could tell he didn't want to do that stuff to his face, but it's like you could tell he was forced. See, you could tell in prison, wherever he went to sit down, and that usually happens when they're about to clone you, because it's like when he went in, he ain't come out the way he went out. Now I understand things can change, but like with Gucci Mane, he was more heavy set. He was more like thick, more like, you know, he had weight on him, and he had a gut. See, the real Gucci had a gut, and coming out, you all building strong and in shape. No, hell no. It take time to build muscle, bro. It ain't nothing you can just go do something for a few years and be ripped as hell. Like, bro, it take time. You gotta have, you know, the accurate amount of protein. Your macros gotta be on point. But you just can't come out the way he did and be like, oh yeah, nah, bro. And see, now with the voice, how we know the voice could be hell, you could use any voice. With FL Studio, they got different voices and shit. You can create your own voice and use it over a beat. You can use let's say a person has a accent. Let's say the original person has the, you know, they rap a certain way. Even if they was using ellipse is like, next thing you know, you could extract the freaking voice, put it into a what they call it, I think it's an XRT or something. You put it into one of the little programs, and you can use the voice yourself to make the song. It's cold-blooded, bro. Like, now that's AI, where AI would really could make you do certain stuff to where it's like, how the hell are you even doing that? But see, I would say with AI is something that you gotta know how to use AI though. It ain't like AI just gonna do everything for you. You gotta know what to do to AI to get it to do certain things on a higher level. See, so it's like, that's why when somebody try to accuse me of using AI, I'm like, bro, do you even know how hard it is to do something? Like, you gotta tell AI to do what it do, because it's like, it's not gonna just give you something that, oh, you ain't really asking the right shit up for what it to do, or even knowing what it could do. Yeah, you said you like King Yellow too. Say Trondo 607 Unc is a plant. I know him from working at Rella Studios. Yeah, and see, he used to work with Nelly, I believe. He was the one that used to wear the mask on the side of his face. It's like, a lot of these people are like already in the industry. They're already what they call it, grounded in it. So sometimes we think that this is like a new influencer, but they already been around for a minute. And a lot of people that's in the industry, like Ray J, like, you don't even see them people until you sacrifice first. Like, you don't even see folks like Young Thug. Like, look at Playboy Max. He was a streamer and shit. You could tell he sold out because he's forced to, you know, get diva tattoos and, you know, wear girly, wear his hair girly. You know, some artists, they paint their nails. Those are all forms of, you know, them being told to do those things. You said your neighbor slit your tires again. Why no? Said, why do people sabotage Pisces? I don't talk to any of them. It's because people literally watch you, and like, they don't be liking that, you know, whatever you got going on. It's like, for instance, like me, we are like, I'll say most of the time we are, you know, victims in situations. So it's like, somebody might do something to you, might not even know what it was for or why it happened, but it's like, usually be something that you didn't even do, but somebody else did it. And it's like, you end up, you know, that's why with me, the only way to avoid it, you gotta set boundaries. Because let's say you in the, like me, I'm at work, yeah, at this grocery store that I do, you know, shopping, and I'm parked. But when I park, I always park, you know, I'll show you. When I park, I always park away from everybody. See, I always park in the corner. I make sure nobody is around me when I park and I go do stuff. I kind of make sure I'm way off to the side somewhere, because I'm aware that people be doing fuck shit. Like, they'll pull, you know, park close to you, swing the door open, and, you know, fuck your car up. Or I had one dude park really close to my driver door on purpose so I couldn't get in. just little stuff like that I noticed that I be like, nah. When I go places, I'm just parked way far away. People be mad at me that ride with me places. Why are you parking all the way over here? Like the front door way down there. I be like, shit, we could walk. You know, like, no, but you could just drop me off in the front. I don't want to walk. It's like little stuff like that. Appreciate the star, Ariel Black. Wino said I do too. Wow. Yeah, it's just like too much shit I didn't notice. People done stole my tire caps, like little stupid stuff. And I realized, like, I went to a speedway and I always get these big gulps slushies. I like drinking slushies and shit. And that's like my favorite drink. And I went to get a slushie and a slice of pizza from Speedway, bro. And the girl was new, I guess, and she rang me up, but she didn't really charge me full price for the slushie. So the manager got whiff of it, and I had already paid. But then, like, the lady, she was basically like, I guess she was waiting for me to be like, oh, do you need me to pay, you know, extra after I already swiped my card? And then she was just looking at me, so I ain't say nothing. Because one thing with me is that if you don't say nothing, I'm not gonna, a closed mouth can't get fed. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, you want me to pay the extra, you know, the difference, because she
only charged me like a $2.
and then the manager was like, no, you gotta scan his cup because he has a slushie. We charge more for that. I was like, oh shit, well, you know, but it's the crazy thing. It's like she stopped in being passive. She didn't tell me like, hey, you know, sir, we're gonna need the other $2 or whatever. She just like looked at me and kind of was waiting for me to do it, and I didn't, because I felt like I refused to be manipulated, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like that type of shit, because people want you to volunteer or say, oh yeah, I'll cover the difference or pay. I'm like, nah, because she ain't saying nothing, so I'm not gonna say anything. So it's just like little things that, you know, you subtly just, you go into and you realize like, oh, you know, you could tell what a person is doing when they're doing it. You said, welcome, say, but you know who probably did it because you but probably did something last week and forgot. Yeah, it's just somebody probably that, you know, doesn't like something you was doing or saying something, or, you know, because I remember back in the day, a Scorpio had told me like that he liked, you know, he liked to go and slash tires and shit and put put brake fluid on your paint, because the brake fluid eats up your paint. It's like little stuff, like put it to you like this. Like, the worst case scenario, if somebody was to like egg your car, and you might be thinking like, what's the point of doing that? But it really fucks your car up, the paint, because let's say the next morning the bright sun comes out, and that egg that's on your car, it peels the paint right off your fucking car when you try to take it off, bro. So it's like, it's a lot of little things people do, and it's like, you might be like, oh, it's stupid. Like, somebody egged my sister's car, and I had to rush her car, you know, tear up and take it to the fucking car wash, because I didn't want it to stick overnight. But it was hard as hell to get that egg off, bro, without scratching the paint. Wino said, I don't know, because I won't deal with any of them. Multiple men and women have tried to talk to me, and I don't want them. Yeah, that's the thing too. Even if you don't talk to people, you still end up suffering from it, like from not talking to them. That's why I say you gotta draw the illusion. You gotta draw the illusion that you're still not talking to them, but at least you making it seem like you talking to them. You ain't really giving them much conversation. It's like, it's different things, like, and it's not that you would be people pleasing about it. You just be knowing like, damn, I know I gotta be this way to either, get along or just have the situation go smooth. But yeah, I'm gonna be going live later tonight, y'all. So like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.